Well, Gordo can make it.
Good morning.
Okay, he's left now. He's gone. Let's talk food.
Food.
What is your favorite meal of the day?
Hot dog.
No, I'm not looking for a
Breakfast is
specific.
better than dinner. But sometimes my dinner's better than my breakfast. Breakfast!
Craig, do you
What?
know what happened on the show just now?
No, I don't. I know the show stopped.
Yeah, something happened over there.
Jump!
What song is that?
It's a song I used to sing to my dogs.
Well, I mean,
A song you used to sing to your dogs? Huh.
Because they get so excited for either breakfast or dinner. And I had it in my mind that they didn't really know which one was better, breakfast or dinner.
So you had to make up a song to explain it to them.
What about eggs?
Gosh. Boy, so dogs you feed twice a day?
Mine I do, yeah. I think some dogs just get fed once a day.
Huh. I wonder what the common wisdom is there. You know, I got these cats, and they just swarm you at their selected times of the day.
How many cats you up to now?
Just, it's a number called Don't Worry About It.
No, how many?
It's a number that you don't need in
I
order
can
to
admit,
conduct your
we
life,
once
so
had
why don't you
5
continue
dogs.
on? I may be at 5 cats.
Holy
So-
smokes.
So I can do whatever I want.
You're kind of a cat person.
Yeah. Turning into a cat person.
Are they house cats or outdoor?
House cats.
Oh, boy.
Man, that's
Yeah.
a lot of house cats.
You
I
have
know.
They're your house
They're
cats.
your house cats. Absolutely. I know. It's too many. I agree with you. It's too many. But I say I always had both. I've only had one dog, but, he lived like 16, 17 years. I like both of those animals. They're both great. Y'all thought about getting a cat yet?
No. We have a neighborhood cat. Our neighbors across the street have a cat that lives at everybody's house.
Mm-hmm.
The other day it scratched our daughter when she was trying to play with him. And so I think that turned
So that
her
didn't go well.
That turned her off of cats for a little while. She really wants a dog, though, so we'll probably have to give in soon.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on,
cats
dogs.
will just scratch your kid, though.
Yeah.
Dogs will tear out their trachea. That's
True.
the only problem. It's the only problem I see.
It's a downside.
It is. Anyway, food. What's the most enjoyable meal of the day? I also like a good breakfast.
You've always said that breakfast is the best meal.
Yes. Because breakfast is full of a lot of hope. Now, not the one I had this morning, which was a Diet Coke and some prepackaged cinnamon rolls.
Man,
That's
beaten.
That's basically
That's not getting
living
your
under the bridge type
day off to a good
breakfast,
start.
I've always been down on breakfast. I've always thought that dinner was my favorite, but lately lunch has become my favorite meal of the day.
but- Really?
Yeah.
Lunch?
Love lunch. Yeah.
You guys have the same indecision as a dog. See there?
We don't
Just
need
then
a
you
song.
start thinking about it. You say, wait, breakfast is better than dinner.
We don't need a song. But if we did, what that
But
song
my dinner
like?
could be better than my breakfast. Breakfast!
Hey,
There's backup singers.
I know
you're funner than the average overlap.
I also recently read that lunch is the most important meal of the day, that's where you should have your big, nutritious meal and eat lighter in the evening at dinner.
Definitely, I think everyone agrees that you're supposed to eat lightest at dinner. It's the one that no one follows. We always have the
Yeah.
biggest,
Yeah.
which I used to call supper in the Deep South.
Yeah, my dad called
dinner
it
is
that.
done.
Dinner
Lunch,
was
yeah.
lunch.
Yeah.
It's so confusing. But anyway, for the purposes of clarity, we will call the evening meal dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't be eating a huge, heavy meal before bed.
Right.
But yet, that's what most of us do.
Uh-huh.
That's considered our biggest meal. And I also have heard now, Big Breakfast used to push the idea that the breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It's the one that sets the tone. It's the one that gives you your energy as you head into the workday.
That makes sense.
It makes sense, but it's also, from what I hear, not all that true. Like, you should have a breakfast, and it should be nutritious.
It's a great job of covering your flipping germs,
What?
moron.
For those
Call me a moron.
You just open sneeze the whole studio.
Open sneezed.
yeah, for those who
What's
are
going on?
Attempt.
who are concerned or confused, those were two sneezes by Gordo.
But you watch, if we don't properly cover up, Gordo will scold us.
I was protected by broadcast laws. By broadcast laws at this time. That was not a private sneeze. That was a sneeze for entertainment. Therefore, the rules didn't apply to it.
Still sprayed the whole
Allowed.
studio.
I'll allow that.
Craig knows that there's some odd
Yeah.
logic.
No, it's not allowed.
I think that works.
BS.
It's allowed. Continue.
Anyway, Big Breakfast pushed the idea that the breakfast was the most important meal of the day. And then that allowed free reign for me just to eat a bunch of desserts in the beginning of the day. Anyway, we're talking about, we're trying to get to food offered at the new Cowboys Stadium because they got some new creations by executive chef Marcelo Vasquez.
Is that a good gig, being the executive chef at the stadium?
I would think that's a lot of work. So he's back there at the in the kitchen doing all the
60,000
60,000 nachos. I don't watch enough cooking shows to know executive chef, sous chef,
Yep.
assistant chef.
Got me.
I don't know, assistant to the regional chef. But he says that the lobster roll that's served in the premium seats is his favorite item this season. He said they buy their lobster from Maine, and we do a lot of special things.
Generic.
Wow, that's
Okay.
generic. And the bread comes from a local bakery. There's the
Generic.
Rowdy Dog that's available. It's a Sonoran-style hot dog. What's that?
From Sonora, Texas?
Featuring a Nathan's all-beef frank
Heck yeah.
wrapped in bacon and served on a brioche bun with candied jalapenos, pico de gallo, and a spicy crema. Crema.
A Sonoran hot dog is a regional delicacy from Hermosillo, Mexico.
Okay.
And it's a popular street food in Arizona, especially Tucson.
The elote burger. A juicy beef patty on a brioche bun served with lettuce, tomato, pepper jack cheese, and flamin' hot elote.
Okay.
That's available at the Vaqueros stands. Vaqueros!
That was a day one advertiser on
That's
the ticket.
right. Early advertisers, them, Larry's Shoes. Hey,
Yeah.
Larry!
Where are
Larry's
my shoes?
Where are my shoes? Gosh, I miss good old locally produced advertisements like that. The Frito Pie Burger.
Frito.
Juicy beef patty. Once again, brioche bun. They must have bought those at discount at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
They got lots of brioche buns. Chili cheddar cheese, chili cheese Fritos. So even the Fritos are not just Frito
Wow.
flavored. They're also chili cheese hot dog flavored Fritos. And pico de gallo. The Texas burrito. Inside the burrito, you get chicken or beef, crispy French fries, guacamole, pico, queso fresco, and spicy crema, wrapped inside a locally sourced 17-inch large tortilla. It's locally sourced.
And cardiologists everywhere are applauding this menu for keeping them in business.
Why can't it just be we got it from around here? Why does it have to be locally sourced?
Sounds better.
Sourced.
I know, man. You get into any kind of food. I love reading the menus. You know, whenever I go to a nice restaurant, they're so overthought and just so annoying. And I always think of our great-great-grandfather sitting down to read this menu What would they think?
Oh my gosh!
They just wanted whatever grub was on the table after plowing time.
Yeah, they wanted 2 eggs and a side of bacon.
And if she
That's all
held
they
him up
wanted.
by saying, "Okay, let me detail what we're looking at here. This is a deconstructed reduction sauce.
These are locally
Like, what?
sourced microgreens.
Yeah, everything we're eating right here is micro-sourced. I don't need
What?
you to tell me about that." Yeah, I know. They're locally sourced. You got them from the garden. That's the only place we have to get food. Also, dessert nachos. I think this one sounds good.
What's that?
Delicious cinnamon sugared topped Dallas Cowboys stars. So they're like little Dallas Stars sopapillas or something.
Okay.
Or just tortilla
Churros.
tips. Churros. I bet you it's churro inspired. Locally inspired churros.
Put that on a T-shirt. I bet you it's churro inspired.
With house-made strawberry and cream cheese dipping sauces.
Well, that does sound good.
Yeah. Now, at least I'm glad that they are using this term house-made. Because one of my big pet peeves is going to a restaurant and they say homemade biscuits. Or whatever is homemade.
So they made them at home and then they brought them into the
I'm like,
restaurant.
I don't want your employees making these at home. You have an industrial kitchen here. Let's just make stuff here.
Right.
And if we are making stuff here and calling it homemade, then stop doing that. What is the obsession with the term homemade? Because most things we don't want homemade.
Right.
I don't want to buy a homemade guitar. I want something that was produced in a guitar shop.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, but in a restaurant that works on all of us, it's homemade. It's a homemade pie.
It's so stupid. The world
sounds better.
runs on bullshit,
I know,
is
but it
what's going
sounds
on
better.
here.
I'm coming to this restaurant because you're professionals.
Yeah, because I didn't want to
Yeah, but,
eat what was homemade.
It's
Right.
homemade.
Yeah, I don't want it homemade. Can you make it here? It's made here.
But it's
Well,
homemade.
but you said it's homemade. Yes, it is homemade. But I don't understand.
Well, but doesn't it sound good?
No, it doesn't, and I'm tired of this.
Home is where the cray stay. Slay.
So those are some of the items that we have to look forward to at Jerry World.
Okay.
That has its
Can you
own
get any
executive
of them
chef.
for under $10?
No,
No
all of them cost
way.
$20 billion $11.
All right, Gordo, thank you. That's the ODEC.
Thank you, Craig. You know what an AED is?
AED.
Account executive disorder.
What? Account executive disorder?
It's when you have a sales
That's
account
what Chris
exec.
has. He
Yes.
has account executive disorder. I always thought it was something that a woman put in her hoo-ha to keep her from having baby. What's that?
No.
That's an
That's
IUD.
IUD. Yeah.
No, that's when you owe somebody money.
That's an IOU.
Oh,
What is it?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. No, it's one of those heart shockers. I don't know what it stands for, but it's
defibrillator?
it's the defibrillator that they keep on the
Hard word to say.
It is.
defibrillator. It should be defibrillator.
Yes.
It's easier to say if it's defibrillator.
It's automated external defibrillator.
What sort of chance you give him at saying it?
Who?
Craig Rosenkart. That fab
Boy, we need to design a fake news story that he has to read.
golf story that he
Yeah.
has to read about
Yeah, it's full of.
defibrillators.
So they pulled out the defibrillator. But scary incident happened in Euless. A 7th grader there practicing football. It was at the end of it was at the end of a football game on Monday night.
Yeah. Junior high games are Monday
Okay.
or Tuesday night.
And I guess he collapses when coming off the field at the end of the game. And an athletic trainer was on the sidelines, sees the player go down. So she quickly calls Trinity High School assistant athletic trainer Saad Rahabali for help. And Saad, which I'm not sure if it's male or female. That's usually a male name, right?
Mhm.
gets that AED machine, go over, they administer the shock to the chest, and they continue with compressions until they got breathing back, and then EMS arrives shortly thereafter, save the kid's life.
Wow.
And that's been a real push in the last, 10 years or so, when they've really been putting those AEDs at all schools, or attempting to put them at all schools, to have them on hand. I know planes have them too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think every commercial airliner carries those devices.
We need one in this studio.
Yes. What if George's heart seizes up?
Yeah, just let me go.
Oh, no.
George.
No, George.
It's been a
I'm
good-
looking at his neck. He has a big DNR on his necklace right now.
It's been a good. Just let it go. All right.
Okay, your wish is our command.
Okay, bye.
HEBISD
Too many letters.
became one of the first districts in the state to implement a cardiac emergency response plan in partnership with the American Heart Association. And part of that was having these devices out there. So, saved a kid's life.
Man.
I don't know why doesn't America require all its citizens to what? Am I stepping in political waters somehow?
I'm just wondering where you're going with this.
No, require all its citizens to take a emergency response class every 10 years or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where we all know CPR.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We all know what we're supposed to do.
I'm okay with that.
You want the government telling you what you got to do?
No, it's a good idea.
We tell the government what to do, not the other way around. There's a woman in Wise County that's been missing since August 25th. Her name is Monica Sanford. And the Wise County Sheriff's Office believes that foul play is involved because she disappeared, left behind all her belongings. Her family contacted cops after they hadn't heard from her in a little bit of time. She's 48 years of age. They hadn't heard from her in 2 days, so then they reported her. But she was temporarily staying in a back trailer off Cuba Road in Bridgeport, which is in Wise County. But so the Texas Rangers have been out there. We need to do something about the naming here.
I know. We need to rename that law enforcement agency the Houston Astros.
Yeah, give them the name of another baseball team.
That should have pleased the crowd a little bit more.
Or rim shot.
Our studio audience should be laughing at you right now.
I never get studio audience support.
The woman is missing, and there's foul play suspected. But anyway, go ahead, Craig. You have Houston Astros jokes you got to unload.
What
You're
is
the one that
the
got us going down that trail?
What is the rule? You have to be gone for how long before you can be reported as a missing person?
But I've also heard that that's a TV fiction. Like, that's always on the TV police procedurals.
Fiction writers.
That you have to wait 2 days or something?
Yeah, you have to wait. I thought it was 24 hours before you can report a missing person.
I'm trying to figure out how much of a head start I can get.
Wow. What are you running from?
You got 24 hours.
Yeah, so if you were wanted, you ever think about that? Do you guys do the escape plan?
No.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Okay, I got
Like
two
just
different
run away
answers
and
there.
go off the grid and no one can find you?
Yeah, if you wanted to evade being found.
Yeah. Think about it all the time.
And every time I think about it, I think it's impossible. It's got to be
Yeah.
impossible, isn't it?
These days, for sure. When
Surveillance
I started,
cameras everywhere, electronic surveillance everywhere. You can't have a phone. You can't use any credit cards. You're going to have to be doing cash only. But where are you going to get that cash that doesn't have surveillance cameras?
Yeah. When I started thinking about this when I was a kid, it was easy back then in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. Today, too many eyes on you, too many ways to track you. It's impossible.
George?
Never really thought about it.
Really?
But if I had 24 hours, you'd have a hard time finding me.
Oh, whatever.
Please.
You'd be located so fast. But it sounds like this woman, once again, it wasn't like she was trying to disappear. But anyway, they are looking for, and it's a scary story. The Texas Rangers, as I started to say, have been using search drones, canines, and sonar technology. What's the difference in sonar and sonar technology?
I don't know. This is a very serious story. Let's hope they find something soon. How about
Indeed.
that?
Indeed. After 18 years, a football movie has been made, but this story that there was a guy who, I think he only pitched like 4 games in the majors, and he becomes a Hollywood producer. So he's sitting in his office back in 2007. His name is Mark Ciardi. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But he comes across this article in the LA Times about Mike Flint, who is a 59-year-old guy who had recently made the football team at Sul Ross. I don't know if y'all remember this story.
Yeah, I remember talking about that.
And it was a story about Mike Flint, who goes back and joins the high school football team at 59.
College.
Yes. He was kicked out his senior season in college. I guess he had some eligibility left.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he goes back and he makes the team. Anyway, so Mike Ciardi sees this article.
How bad was that Sul Ross team?
Man,
a 59-year-old.
Hey, you guys are
Terrible.
not focusing on the important part of the story.
I know he's 59, but he's like the best linebacker we got.
So Mark, the producer, tracks down Mike Flint, signs a deal with him. I want to make a movie about your life. Finally, the movie has now been made, and it's about to debut. And I think, where is it, Daddy? It's going to be debuting?
They had their premiere either last night or night before last over in Bedford.
In Bedford, yeah.
Okay.
But so you're going to watch this movie? Now, the producer guy, he also produced Miracle, which was a movie about the U.S. hockey team.
It's great.
Okay.
In 2004. And he produced Invincible, which is a film about Vince Papale.
Mm-hmm. Replacement player?
Yeah, made his NFL debut at age 30, despite having never played in college.
Yeah.
Was he invincible?
I think it's about the human spirit. Just, please let us have our
How many Pro Bowls he
delusions.
Football ball.
God, you can ruin anything.
I make everything better.
My dad once told me that, too. We've never had a family get-together that you haven't ruined.
Oh, man.
Just
a lot of guilt.
Just calm down. Just calm down. You don't have to start arguments with everyone. That was a king of the under. You don't have to start with everyone. Understate. Anyway, so you can watch that. Are you interested in watching that?
Absolutely.
The 59-year-old
Interesting
guy
story.
playing college football.
Yeah. Let's hope they have sports stability in it. We don't have like
You know
eight
they
guys in the
won't.
locker room.
You know they won't.
We have to get this guy on our team. He runs a 6'8" 40.
The Fort Worth Zoo has announced the birth of 2 new African lion cubs, a male and a female. Now, they were born back on June 29th, but they're just now announcing them. I think they want to make sure they live. So, but born to mother Saba and father Jabulani. Jabulani.
Okay.
It's Saba's second and third cubs that she's had. So you can go and see them. Cute little lion cubs.
Yeah.
They're really cute. Anyway, the female was given the name Imara, which is the Swahili word for strength, because she's real bold, and the male cub is very cautious and reserved, so he gets the name Tamu, which is the Swahili word for sweet.
Can and will.
Texas A&M University.
Yeah.
TAMU.
And what? What just happened?
Just did an Aggie whoop.
That's an Aggie whoop?
All right.
Okay.
How long you lived in this state?
I don't know. Thursday?
Yeah.
So that happened. Texans voted on their most favorite homegrown brands. This was done, the research done by MarketBeat.com. They surveyed over 3,000 people to find which Lone Star brand shines big and bright here, deep in the heart of Texas.
Let's take some guesses.
Yes, that's why I'm doing
Okay.
this.
Shiner?
That's number 5 in the top 5.
Whataburger.
That is number 4. George
Dr.
for the
Pepper?
steal. That is number 3. Craig for the steal.
Lone Star beer.
Didn't make the list.
Dang, I thought about that one too. Homegrown HEB.
Oh, that's good.
No, but that is a good
That's
guess.
a good guess.
No, number 2 was by far the youngest brand on this list because it was only founded in 1982, and that is Buc-ee's.
I almost guessed Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
And the number 1 Texas brand, according to this survey, Bluebell.
Oh,
I should have
yes.
thought about Bluebell.
We
Bluebell.
should have gotten that.
And
Bring
finally-
back Graham Cracker Crunch.
Saturday Night Live announcement that I'd like to make. Mm-hmm. This is big news.
He's acting like he's going on it.
Right.
Thursday isn't ready for this flex.
Jeremy Kulhani, I hope I'm saying his name right, who went to TCU, is joining the cast of Saturday Night Live. He's
Okay.
part of the 5 new cast members that were announced by NBC. So this is great news. This is good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Local
He's
guy.
going to be there for the October 4th premiere of the 51st season of Saturday Night Live. He performs with the Upright Citizens Brigade in Los Angeles, and he's a regular on Dropout TV, which is a streaming service for unscripted comedy. But he also has a TikTok presence. But yes, he is 33 years old now, but he did go to TCU and was in their improv comedy troupe, Senseless Acts of Comedy. And so the TCU people are very proud of this.
That's great.
And it's
Awesome.
possible that he has listened to The Ticket before.
Possible.
So we offer him the forum.
Yes.
The all-important forum.
Yes.
Because people just don't have forums these days, and they have to wait for an invitation to go on AM radio. Joe Perry is 75. Oh, Sherry, how love.
No, that's Steve Perry.
Oh, his brother. Amy Irving. Joe Perry, by the way, guitarist for Aerosmith. Amy Irving, 72. Chris Columbus, 67. Made Home Alone, Mrs. Doubtfire, the Harry
genius.
Potter films.
Home Alone's enough, right
Colin
there.
Firth, 65. He gets all those British roles, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane, 57. Guy Ritchie's 57.
Was married to Madonna.
Yeah. You think that was a plum job there, being married to Madonna? Having
For a
this
while. Back when
fake
she was
accent all the time.
British, yeah.
Ryan Philippe is 51.
Was married to Reese Witherspoon.
Mikey Way, 45, bassist for My Chemical Romance, MCR. Matthew Folwell is 41,
Oh, what's going on?
guitarist for Kings of Leon. Leon?
You got a
Kings
bunch
of
of
Leon.
Folwells in that band.
Charlie Waters, 77.
Greatness.
Number 41.
Randy Johnson, 62.
Big unit.
Killed a bird in a
Pigeon.
game. That's still the wildest footage ever. You sure that bird didn't survive? Joe Newendike, 59.
Newey.
Ben
Greatness.
Wallace, 51.
Greatness.
And Joey Votto, 42.
All right, Gordo, thank you. That's Muse. The Rangers are on fire now, just 2.5 games behind the Astros in the West. And joining us now to talk about both of those franchises, as he worked and pitched for both, is the Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are y'all doing?
Doing okay.
We're doing great. How are you?
Well, I'm pretty excited right now. I'm really rooting for the Astros right now. You know, I really want the Stros, and that's what I call the Houston Astros professional baseball organization.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've heard it before, yeah.
I want the Stros to, and once again, that's what I call the Houston Astros organization there. I want the Stros or the Astros to win out and then leave the Rangers feeling sad and incapable of lovemaking, because that's really how much I hate the Rangers.
Oh, man. People around here don't want to hear that.
I know, and I want to make it clear that it's not because I hate the Rangers fans And that's what I call people who are fanatics for the Texas Rangers baseball.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah.
It's not because of the Ranger fans. It's because of that PA John Daniels that used to work there. That PA stands for punk ass, and that when I was working there, that little brat pissed me off so bad, and that. And
you still have it out for John Daniels.
I still do, and that's really, to be honest, why I lied to you guys and said that I wanted to come on your amplitude modulation presentation. That's what I call a radio show. And to discuss, down the stretch baseball and leading up to the end of the season. I lied because I need the forum to do what I'm about to do.
What's that?
And that is that I'm hereby and officially issuing a set of demands for the DFW to track down one John Bundy Daniels and to hereby deliver him unto my snow monkey compound in Alvin, Texas. And I'll put out the address to hereafter and forevermore face his justice.
What?
That's what I'm looking to do. And if you do this, I will not destroy DFW with my 200 horse John Deere front loader.
That's quite a threat.
Yeah, so you guys, all the people listening to your TV show right now, they know that they need to do this to avoid me knocking down their house with my tractor. And if you get them down here, I will call off the surprise Ewok attack that I have scheduled for late Saturday night at 10 p.m.
Well, you are determined.
That's so
I'm
strange.
very determined. I want you to bring me the former boy president of baseball operations of the Texas Rangers.
You need to let that whole thing go, and you ought to give the Rangers.
I'm not letting it go. No, George, I'm not letting it go. I'm too deep into it. I've constructed a John Daniels torture device out of plywood and bad intentions, and I'm going to imprison them until he apologizes to me for the wrongdoing and wronging me when I was part of the Rangers. I'm going to hang him upside down in front of a video screen showing all 7 of my no-hitters. And he's going to have to watch them while listening to the howling sounds of fornicating snow monkeys.
Oh, gosh.
And then I'm going to brainwash him to become my empty-headed, non-thinking drone that will do all my baseball bidding.
Oh, my gosh.
And will kill all the wild game that I require for my Saturnalia pagan festivals.
That's so
this
weird.
is unbelievably elaborate.
Yeah.
Well, it's not on me now. Now it's on the DFW fanatics of the Rangers.
So
they
that's
have
just
until
really...
noon tomorrow to ride horseback to Tampa to find John and bring him back to me.
Well, I still think he lives around here, and that's just weird.
Easier then.
You just need to let that whole thing go, and I would think you would have a lot of nice things to say about the Rangers who've played really well these last couple of weeks.
Well, I mean, I like Bruce Bochy. You guys know that. I think he's doing a good job, and although I wish he would force these pitchers to throw more than 5 innings, I used to throw complete games in double headers back to back.
I don't know about that, but
back in the day, and about 50% of that time they would both be no hitters on that day. So, but these pitchers, now they've been told that their arms is going to fall off if they throw one pitch over their pitch count, and that's just it's misleading them. And let me tell you what my pitch count was. It was when my arm fell off and we couldn't duct tape it back on.
That's when you knew it was time to come out.
Right. And there were a lot of times where we'd duct tape it back on, it'd stay, and I'd keep throwing. But now they're just, and Bruce knows better. He knows better. He knows how baseball should go and that. But he won't do it because he kowtows to these pitchers that make too much money.
Well, it's that way everywhere in Major League Baseball now.
Hey, Ruth was wondering if y'all could get her Jerry Jones number.
Why?
Oh, she watched that Netflix sitcom that he was a part of, or whatever it was.
Documentary,
and she thought he was sexy. She liked his power and that, and
really,
she got a crush on him. And now it's like every time I walk in the room, she's scrambling for the TV remote and turning off the tube, and then starts making nervous small talk. So she's always watching that thing.
Well, that's odd.
And that, so I'm getting real worried that I'm about to have to start a war with Jerry Jones.
Oh man!
to win back the hand of my bride, Ruth Ann.
Okay, that's also odd.
So, and if Ruth leaves me for Jerry Jones, I may have to take the empty-minded drone John Daniels as my lover.
Well, good luck with that, Nolan.
I hope you enjoyed it, George.
I loved
hope
it.
You liked
Just loved it.
All right,
all right. We'll see ya. There goes Nolan.
Patreon.com/sportsgreek.
Thank you, Tip Sheet, and thank you, Michael Hellman Mayo. A group of military whistleblowers testified under oath that they have seen UFOs and that the U.S. intelligence community has tried to cover it up over the years. 3 Navy and Air Force veterans testified Tuesday morning on Capitol Hill at the 3rd congressional hearing on UFOs, unidentified anomalous phenomena, the UAP. New term for UFOs. We can't say anything anymore. They've canceled every term we have. Never before seen footage of UFOs being struck by Hellfire missiles by a U.S. military drone, Hellfire missile, on October 30th of 2024.
What was that? What was that called again?
Which one? The Hellfire missile?
No, I was just trying to get you to say
the UAP.
Yeah. I'm not going to do the middle word.
No,
again.
just say it.
Anomalous. 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 Anomalous.
Anomalous?
Anomalous?
Yep.
There's no way that's a word.
Anomalous.
That's all. I just wanted to go do. I just wanted to finish it. That's all.
Cool.
I had a.
Well, of course, UFOs and UAPs and all these are real. I don't know why this is a debate. The debate of whether or not it is extraterrestrial in origin, of course, is what it would be. And the whole idea of the Fermi paradox, and you go down that whole rabbit hole. So.
I mean, that was the rest of my story. You nailed it, dude. That's exactly it. Are they terrestrial or are they from space? Because that's the thing, is I think we are shooting down a bunch of objects that we don't know what they are, but I think it's most likely they're drones from other countries that are unofficial on our boards.
And you got to think, I mean, if we're firing Hellfire at some sort of an extraterrestrial device that has made its way across not just the galaxy, but outside of this galaxy to get into this galaxy, and we're firing a Hellfire missile at that and taking it down, come on. It has the technology to get here, but it can't figure out how to get rid of our puny little missiles that we're shooting at it.
It might be just an info-seeking mission, though.
Could be.
They're not here to take us down yet. They're just observing.
Dude, I've seen Independence Day.
To evade?
I know what could happen.
And then you could think, what if they figured out wormholes and how to travel between dimensions, and they're not even... I mean, there's so many different theories on this stuff that any of them can make sense because we just don't know.
Right. I mean, they barely got through the thing before the triangle closed.
That's true.
To get back.
It's very true.
Yeah.
So, of course, they're up there.
They're all up there. We know... somehow we know more about space than we do the ocean, but it's like very little on either side. We actually know very little, and that's kind of freaky when you think about it.
And you know what? I like it like that.
You don't want to know more about the ocean?
Or space. I don't care.
Force. I want to know way more about space.
I need plausible deniability.
I just think
what's happening? I don't know, and I don't care. Don't tell me anything. That's why I don't go looking for it.
It's just crazy that sometime in the 50s and 60s we just decided, you know what? The ocean's pretty terrible. Let's point up to the stars.
It's really scary down there.
Right.
Let's go up there.
Let's go up
let's go the other direction.
I mean, how do we know that
what did they find down there is what I want to know.
It could be a whole other underwater civilization of water people.
Right, Atlantis is down there.
I've seen Aquaman.
Did you ever see that documentary, The Abyss? That had water people in it.
Sure did. Damn sure did.
Where do you think Michael Phelps came from?
I've seen Mermaid.
You've seen mermaid? You mean Splash?
Yeah, Splash.
I was like, The Little Mermaid, or
Man, I was trying my best, and I messed it up.
Mermaid.
It's Splash. That's right. That's right.
With Daryl Hannah and Tom Hanks.
What do you mean, Splash? That's funny.
Mermaid sounds like a PBS special.
It does.
Mermaid.
That I would not. That I would not watch.
Isn't it weird?
Really? I'd be all over that.
That we call, if it's a man, it's a merman, but it's a mermaid.
I've never
never heard
thought about a man mermaid.
Right, because we just assume they're all women and that have boobs that are covered up by hair, but some of them are guys.
Hot.
And if they're guys, do they have a thing or is it just a fishtail?
Jugs.
Both.
What? You don't see a thing on a fish?
Right. So then how do they repopulate?
Just a tip.
Well, ask the fish.
I think it's like a cloud, and then you just swim through it, right?
Could be. It just leaves it.
I refuse to even think that there's a merman. That's not even a thing.
Yeah, because I mean, like, what
because they're all
self-respecting-
curvy and hot and stuff, and I can't think about Matt with a. If you get his bottom wet, he turns into a fish.
What self-respecting sailor is going to fall for a merman? None of them.
Like even a lady that's on a cruise or whatever, she's not going to fall for a merman. That's not hot.
But what if he's singing so beautifully that you just you can't? You're so enthralled.
He's got this booming, deep bass voice, and these
I was a classically trained.
unbelievable. It's Daddy Made.
Sorry.
It's okay, buddy. It's all right.
His
Well
tail
done.
is just kind of hitting the water as he's singing. A lovely day.
He hands her a little quarrel.
Oh my!
He's got his hat on.
I don't think a lady would find that attractive.
You don't think so?
But we as men definitely will find a mermaid attractive.
They had mermen in Aquaman. They turned in part of their body would turn into that.
See, for a dude, it should be like the top. Ladies, the bottom.
And he's just led by his antenna.
Bottom.
I'm just trying to explain myself after the mermaid splash
his
incident
face
of
disappears.
2025.
Right. His face turns into a fish,
his
and his
face
bottom
turns
is still
into
a man.
fish. Right.
So they jump out of the water and like, oh, look at that one.
So you think ladies like beasts? Is that what you're going for?
No, I don't. I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. I was just reading into the context.
Yeah, what do you think they're into? Minotaurs and stuff
yeah,
like this?
what are we talking about?
Centaurs?
That's way hotter than a dude turning into a fish. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Top half fish is crazy.
You just think about the difference. A man turning into a horse or a man turning into a fish.
Well, obviously
the horse is way hotter.
Why?
But a chick turning into a horse is not as attractive as a lady turning into a fish, a mermaid.
Some horse girls do look like horses, though.
I would agree with that. That's a valid point.
Thank you.
I do think that a fish lady is hotter than a horse lady.
All right.
That's what you said.
Look, we're just answering life's important
Are we
questions.
drunk? What's happening here?
I don't know, but I love this conversation.
Okay, go ahead.
What other
Please,
animals?
next story.
Next story. Okay, well, we're
It's
getting
a bird lady.
Turns out we're getting real dumb here in America because high school students, especially 12th graders, are reading and learning math and science at historic lows, according to a new report.
Man, and I'm
You
out
know
of
why?
school.
I know. We're just
Because
dragging
of
it down
all
still,
the
though.
laptops and all the AI and all that stuff that will do the work for them. They don't
That's
have
true.
to do it themselves.
Being
Couldn't carry anything into class.
one of the big key issues that they're highlighting is absenteeism.
Oh.
And this comes from
Or they're not there.
I've done some of the research. Well, my wife has done some of the research. After COVID, kids stopped coming to school.
Really?
Like you would have, and there's no real like recourse for schools either. Like the truancy thing, not being really enforced anymore. And because like when I was a kid, you had like 10 or 12 days before they would send the case to the state to evaluate if you
Almost
were,
like school bounty hunters would
Right.
come out to get you.
kind of like that. Because I had a year in my freshman or sophomore year where I missed like 2 weeks because I had the flu and pneumonia at the same time. So like my case got sent to truancy.
Wow, really?
Because it got dismissed because I missed like 14 or 15 days, but I very clearly had a real illness. But now you have kids that are like, I think there was one kid in my wife's class last year that was not there 75% of the time, like did not come to school. And it's mostly like parents are just not bringing the kid. They are either not getting up on time, refuse to get up on time, and this all stemmed out of the virtual school during COVID, where for like a year and a half, everybody got real used to just running on their own schedule. But it seems insane to me, especially if you're a stay-at-home parent, that you wouldn't want that little break of sending that kid to school,
right,
to do all the other stuff.
Well, it's not even about the break; it's about educating your kid, and they probably need to go to school.
That's the thing, though, is if they're not bringing the kid to school, they don't care about education.
Right. That sucks.
It does suck. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, you don't care about the education of your kid. You would at least want the break of having them out of the house, right? Apparently not.
Man, that is wild. I had perfect attendance in school a couple of years.
A couple of years?
I had a friend that went all 13 years of school and then missed like a day of the first week of college.
That's incredible.
That's funny.
No, I had perfect attendance, I think, like 3rd through 5th grade or something, where I didn't get sick and I never missed a day.
The only time I missed school ever was when I had the chicken pox.
Really?
Other than that, perfect attendance.
You never
in high
got
school.
sick ever?
I missed school all the time.
No, we
why
didn't miss school.
It shows.
I got sick from time to time. Like the flu or something that somebody brought in, like polio or whatever they were walking around with.
Polio?
I'm old.
Y'all don't know if that's contagious.
Okay.
Walker told me I had AIDS.
That is.
Tip sheet.
That was Haley Joel Osment.
Magic gave me AIDS.
Okay. Wow.
Who would say that?
So you and Haley Joel Osment have it.
Did Walker tell you too?
Yeah.
God.
I'm having sex with all these women. Okay, you know what? I hate this program. What are we doing here?
Is that why you're wearing a blondes versus brunettes t-shirt?
I need
That's why we were talking about merman
I need
earlier.
to go back to jury duty.
Oh, my goodness.
Should have been selected.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been stuck in that back row.
I know.
All right, I think that's the news.
That's it? All right, 10:48 is the invasion.
Well, look at this. A snake in the birdhouse.
Well, a corgi, actually.
What's up?
What is up?
Snake.
Little jury duty bitch over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta serve my city.
I did. And I served it the right way.
Whatever, you were on the golf course.
I knew it.
Let me tell you.
No, I got jury duty. It sucks so hard.
If that's the golf course, then I'm out the sport. I saw a guy who they were walking him out of the courtroom, and he had the double handcuffs.
Ooh, a murderer.
Behind him.
Really?
As he was walking with
was he
two
wearing
officers.
a jumpsuit or normal
No,
clothes?
he had a suit.
Whoa. Oh, white collar crime. Did
Something
he have one of
else?
those masks on like Hannibal Lecter?
No.
Well, we just saw the blurb up here, the alert on Channel 8 that somebody got beheaded at a air quote hotel in Dallas, the Dallas Suites. So there's a headless man about 10 miles away from here, or hell, 3. Okay, so last week we talked about this. You did not know that there was a TV show called Abby and Brittany, Matt.
Yes, you're correct.
So Abby and Brittany is the show on what?
Bravo?
TLC,
one of those. I don't know.
About a...
Okay, I got it. The conjoined twins.
Conjoined twins. They share one body. They have 2 heads.
Right.
TLC.
I mean, they do. It's very strange.
Right. And they just... One of them got married and then had a kid.
I'm seeing this. How is that? What did the other one do while they were doing it?
Right.
Does she get pleasure from it as well? Or is she like,
She
no,
would
I
have
don't
to.
I don't like it on top.
I hate you.
She would have
So
to.
ugly.
They share everything else.
Why don't you just like get it? Does that count as a threesome?
No, good question.
That is a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
That is so
So the guy,
weird.
who's
Yeah, the husband.
the guy,
Right.
the dad, is it weird? Like,
Yes, it's weird. How would it not be? No, don't look at me. No.
Oh, she can't. She can't look away.
God, so
Well, unless
if she's, then the other girl has to like, close her eyes or what?
okay, so here's the Birdhouse part of this. Is last week when we were talking about it, a guy said, would you feel more comfortable if it was pick your dream girl? Halle Berry, Sydney Sweeney,
right,
Beyonce.
right.
They looked exactly like that person.
Elizabeth Taylor.
2 heads. And you're like, could you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're acting like that's not weird.
No, it'd be weird for them. I don't think it'd be weird for me.
But it was. You just said it was weird.
Definitely be weird for you.
You just said it was weird for the guy.
Oh, to be married to them, yeah. I don't mean to just fool around or whatever.
No, to have a baby and all that.
Yeah, that'd be strange.
But would it be easier?
Yeah, because if you get mad at the one, you can just say, hey.
But that's not your wife.
So? Kind of is.
It's not at all. No.
But
so
if
you're... They have different jobs.
No, they don't.
One's a welder. One's a teacher.
That's the dumbest thing you've ever said. Out of all the years you've been at this radio station.
I mean, I don't know anything.
That is truly the dumbest.
So is it, when they're doing it, do they both get pleasure, or is it...
They would have to. They share a body.
Okay. They share a body, but different brains. So they have 2 boobs. Is it 1 boob for each, or do they both feel both of them?
They would have to feel both of them.
But they interpret things differently because they have separate brains.
Yeah.
Jugs.
That'd be horrible for the one person.
Could you sell that to like your parents though, or your dad? Like, look, this is gonna be weird, but
the hell's that?
Have you ever seen whatever Sydney Sweeney's movie
Have you ever seen Euphoria?
Yeah.
I was just thinking at the actual wedding ceremony when they're facing each other holding hands and she has to be the maid of honor.
She has no choice.
Always.
No, you don't.
Okay,
you know
okay.
what? You don't even make her a bridesmaid.
Hang on. But what if she finds
she's in the
someone
wedding
she
by
wants
default.
to get married
No.
to? Okay. So now this happened, right?
Yeah.
One of them's married.
And
they're
with
all
a
out to
child.
eat.
Yep.
And the other one sees someone that she really likes. Oh my
Right.
gosh. Look at him. He's a hunk. I want to be with him. Or it's your husband, the other girl's husband say, yeah, sure.
You have to,
But it's
because
the
not
same
her.
thing.
Right, because then it has to be a conversation. What if she gets married? Hey, man, tonight's my night to do my wife.
It's the
no, because
same
we're going to
thing.
do it. But it's the same, because they share everything. Apparently, they share all organs below the waist, but have 2 hearts and 2 stomachs. So you could take them out to eat and and just eat totally different things. But when it comes down to it,
But what about like then one girl's I want Indian food, and then she's like, oh God. The other one's eating like a turkey sandwich.
Like she's lactose intolerant, but the other one isn't.
Yeah.
And they go out for ice cream and they.
that is wild.
But it's Dua Lipa. She's real hot.
I'm gonna say no. Like there's no
Try
way,
it.
right?
Be interesting, at least. Something different.
No, you wouldn't. I think when push comes to shove, no pun intended, you'd be like, I can't.
Maybe.
I'm out.
Maybe.
Dua Lipa and Lua Deepa.
You're an idiot.
Don't try to deflect your dumb statement.
One's got the big welding mask on.
It's one half welding mask, the other like glasses. They're doing their jobs at the same time. Boy, you're an idiot.
What a trip.
What's the most uncomfortable you've been at a sporting event, whether you were watching or participating? I almost got into a full-blown fist fight in Stillwater with a guy over the Bedlam game who threatened to kill me, I believe. Was I egging him on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course. You're a
It
college
happens.
football fan.
That happens.
Hey, who were we with when we were played at the flag football game out in
Ramont
Lancaster?
Taylor.
That's a moment to where when that game was over, I got in my car and went home.
Yeah.
And I suggested that you did the exact same thing.
I was like, hey, fellas. We went, what was that?
I don't know why we got invited to play in that game. Well, we were out there. Ramont Taylor, former UT receiver,
Like
was,
he had only like 4 years after the national championship.
he was jawing it up with everybody. Remember the one time he stood up and said, "Google me, bitch."
Yes. He beat some guy on a route and then stared him in the eyes and was like, Google me, bitch. I was like, whoa,
Man,
that's
you
kind of badass.
You might not want him to because of all the list of things
I'll
that
Google
happened.
you.
You might want to keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
But we won, and we left.
And we won and we left. Yes, we definitely did.
I went to a Cowboy game at Texas Stadium in my Randall Cunningham jersey. I was quite uncomfortable there.
Yeah, but
oh, they were giving me the business.
Really?
Yes, they were, and I was before I got married, so that was my girlfriend.
So like early 90s? Mid 90s?
Yeah, early. I got married in 96. So yeah, 94, 95. I can't remember which year it was, but they were kind of threatening to take her away from me at the game. So I was like, because the Eagles were up like 7-0 after the first quarter.
Yeah. And
I didn't help by standing up and just kind of eyeing everybody in the crowd.
Yeah.
And then it wound up being like 34-10 or something like that.
The Cowboys
won.
Okay.
Yeah. And they were.
Well, at least you didn't go to one of those games where Aikman was sacked 10 times by the Eagles that they documented on the documentary.
No,
like,
that definitely wasn't that game.
That was from Andrew. From Roberto, he says, I think that the biggest public bathroom D-bag is the no hands washer.
Yes.
Who was the second biggest? The pee on seat guy. The no flusher after doing the other.
That's a big one.
Or the gum dip spitter in the urinal guy.
Good Lord, those are all good ones.
That one doesn't bother me. I don't care about that.
Dude, I for the life of me, up here as well, guys that go to the stall and just pee everywhere.
Yeah, it's
pretty bad.
Incredible.
I'm like, what's wrong with you? And you don't
clean
it up?
And no matter what you do, like if you go in there and say, I really have to go pot, and you have to sit down there, and even the amount of toilet paper you can try and use to clean it up, you're not getting all of it. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's rough. It can be rough.
Like, it's amazing, and I think girls don't appreciate what they have, which typically are clean bathrooms.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Typically.
Oh, okay.
Typically. Now, I get it, but I mean, compared to men's, like
that's 100% true.
Yeah.
We got like a hose, and half the time dudes are just like, man, just go there.
I don't
turn on a hose in the front yard and see how it reacts.
It's incredible.
I don't even get it in like a porta potty. Like guys that go in there and just pee on the walls.
Right,
I'm like, what are you doing?
It's amazing.
Because they don't care. Porta potty's just nasty anyway.
They're like,
but still, they spin it around.
They're drunk.
It's like, Jesus, what are we doing?
What was the second one you said?
Not flushing.
Yeah, the no flusher.
That's the one that gets
terrible.
me. Like
Yeah.
that almost makes me want to pass out. When you do your business and you don't take the kids all the way to the pool, you just leave them there. You leave your
do
kids.
that? What is wrong with people? I got to tell you, do you deal with this with your son? Because now he's teenage. Like, bathroom is gross. Like, I'm like, dude, guys, come on, man.
Oh, I've
Get
had
it together.
Where I'll go in there to use it. I'm like, God, and I go back out there. I'm like, hey, come here. And I go, what is that? And he goes, oh, sorry. And I go underneath the sink and make him get out the cleaner, clean that.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. I'm like, don't pee on the damn seat then. Like, lift it up.
Why
like,
don't
control
we just
yourself.
tell people to sit down?
What are we doing? I do at home.
I do too. It's the safest way to just not have to clean anything.
Well, if I'm tired, I'll sit down.
You don't get any splashback or anything. It's great.
But usually
Way
when I
easier.
sit down, my body thinks that I need to go number 2.
Yeah, you have a weird...
Even if I don't
you have a
have
weird
to,
body
yeah.
chemistry. It's just weird.
That's just what you do when you sit down.
No, it's not.
You go number 2.
So if you sat
So
on
if you
the
sat
pot,
on a chair right now, you think you have to go to the bathroom?
No, but if my pants are around my ankles or they're in the
So
bedroom,
right now,
yes.
if you take your pants down and sit on that chair, do you think, oh my God, I
My
gotta go to
body
the
may
bathroom?
react to the fact that I may have to go number 2.
All right,
I
try
wanna
it.
see. Yeah. Turn around. We can't tell. Just do it. What?
And then it's just grated through the seat.
All right, from PJ,
Like poo spaghetti.
you have to pick, shut up. You have to pick one, live the rest of your life where it's either A, always 40 degrees, but sunny.
Okay.
No wind. 40
Okay.
degrees, sunny, no wind.
I like it.
79 degrees, but it's 95% humidity.
Oh,
65, but always gray and rains, mist or drizzle all day, 250 days a year.
So Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seattle.
well, 40 is really cold.
Is
I
it?
know, but
Yeah.
sunny.
No wind.
No
I know,
wind
but
and
it's
sun.
cold.
You get to wear hoodies all the time. I think I'd go 40 and sunny.
I'm trying to think what 79 and 95% humidity feels like. Like, is it just awful?
It'd be pretty rough.
I feel like it sounds like it sucks, but that's
It's 80 degrees.
I can't do 40 degrees all the time.
80 degrees with
you never wear shorts.
Near 100% humidity.
Right, I'm wearing 40. I'm wearing gloves. Like it's cold. And I don't want it to rain all the time. That's pretty miserable. 250 days a year, that's bad.
Yeah, with gray, you'd get that weird depression that people up in the Pacific Northwest get, where you have to have those artificial lights in your house and stuff or
and
whatever.
We went for the Seattle Cowboys playoff game when Romo fumbled the extra point.
Oh, yeah.
We were up there for the week doing the show with Bob and Dan, and oh my gosh, you want to talk about rain. It was so bad.
Did it rain hard, or was it just kind of always on?
No, it rained pretty hard at times, but then once game time hit, it was so beautiful. The day we left, the day of the game, beautiful. But the days leading up to it, they were miserable.
So is that what it is? I mean, I've been there once, but I don't really remember it. Is it 75% of the time it's rainy there? Like, is it that much?
I don't think 75%. That sounds like a lot.
It rains quite often, but they're
dark at 4:45, just rainy, gloomy, cold. It was bad.
It rains a ton in the southeast too. Like any place, like the closer you get down towards the Gulf, because it rained in Alabama all the time,
and it's humid as F.
And Florida, in the afternoon in the summer, usually pop up showers every single day.
Yeah,
and crazy humid.
I'll take the 79 degrees and the 95% humidity. I may be alone on that, but I can't do 40.
I'll take two-headed Dua Lipa.
Okay. Well, thank you, Corby. Thank you, P1s. That's the Birdhouse.
Yeah. Including P1 Chris, who emails last week and says, "Good afternoon, Sweet Spot. I'm watching the Cowboys Netflix show, and this Saturday Night Live skit lives rent-free every time Troy Aikman comes on the screen. So this is back when Zac Efron was the host on SNL, and they were doing a bit on High School Musical, which of course Zac Efron was in, and his character of Troy Bolton. Well, Troy Bolton went off to college for a year and came back to talk to the next graduating class at their commencement, and he talked about how the reality they live in High School Musical is nothing like the real world.
Yeah, they're not doing musicals every day in the real world.
Nobody sings. There's no choreography. And he says every time he sees Troy on the screen, Kenan Thompson saying the name Troy echoes in Chris's head. So here's a little snippet from that sketch.
Please welcome to the stage East High's favorite son. He graduated last year, and now he's back from his first year of college, Troy Bolton. Oh my God, Troy's back! Troy's back! Troy's back! He's so dumb. From the Troy attack. Please stop. Stop the music.
Thank you. Hello. My name is Troy Bolton.
I would love it if, before the Troy Aikman show,
Troy's back.
Tyler would fire that off just to see if Troy has any idea.
Troy's back!
That'd be funny. Just on Monday Night Football when Joe introduces Troy, they just play that every week.
And honestly, it's about a 5.5-minute sketch. Pretty funny.
I've never seen it, but the premise sounds good.
Pretty good.
Is it a newer one or young Zac Efron?
I want to say
puffy-looking Zac Efron.
I want to say within the last few seasons.
Okay.
I want to say.
Okay.
All right, let's go to P1 Kelly, who says, "Hi, Sweet Spot. P1 Day 1, Hour 1 Kelly here. The Musers had a discussion a few years ago about how Garth Brooks fakes humility. They shared a story that when he was on a TV show on his birthday, the host acknowledged his birthday, and he replied, 'Thank you for knowing that.' Well, since that wonderful morning, whenever my beautiful wife tells me that I look good, I always respond with, 'Thank you for knowing that.' She has never questioned me about my response. I honestly think she's just given up. Between my adult sons and I dropping Ticket, Step Brothers, The Jerk, and Dumb and Dumber lines, she just smiles and pretends she's following right along with the conversation. Please pray for her. She has nothing but sons and grandsons. I really enjoy your show. And Monty, you were really talented. P1 Kelly." So
all right.
wah, wah.
Yeah, you just wonder how many P1 spouses or spouses of the P1s out there where they're just constantly dropping Ticket shtick and they're like, okay, it's been 30 years. You're still doing this.
And
keep doing it.
And Jenny,
keep doing this.
She doesn't listen like she used to because she's working in the middle of the day. So she'll listen sometimes. But before I leave the house sometimes, she's teaching class because she teaches online. And she'll use the term wheels off quite a bit. And she'll use it to her kids when something is really askew. Just like, oh, this is pretty wheels off.
I think that's one that's made it more mainstream.
Maybe so.
Like, and it feels it's something you can say that it would make sense. Like, yeah, if this is just completely wheels off today, it's like, okay, that doesn't feel like a saying that started at the ticket or that. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of made its way over. Maybe vaginal slice born can be the next one.
BSBB. Well, you never know. Let's go to a lady P1.
All right.
Kristen. P1 Kristen says, good afternoon, gentlemen leaders. This segment has been quite fun to listen to these past months, mainly because so much of the P1 submissions live rent-free in my head as well. One item that has lived rent-free in my head for over a decade has come to mind while watching America's Team and seeing so much old video from Dale Hansen. I've been listening long enough to remember when Dale had a small window on the ticket once upon a time. He did a 1-hour show, which cut into Bob and Dan's time. She says, that drop lives rent-free. What are you walking out? The Dan screamed at Hansen. My husband and I, whenever we're having a verbal altercation, when he walks out of the room, I yell, what are you walking out? That lives rent-free. An old vestige from the bad radio days. It makes myself laugh, much like why are you yelling, which also lives rent-free in my head. Thank you for what you do to your bodies. P1 Kristen. And of course, if you don't know what we're talking about, this was when Dale and Dan got into it. And this was one of the all-time fights here on KTCK.
How many owners in the NFL have won 3 Super Bowls
how many, no,
right now?
Again, I live in Dallas, Texas. I cover the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
I don't sit here and say, hey, in 92 you were really good, so anything you want to do now is fine with me. I don't do that.
I'm not saying
well,
not the question is no.
I'm just saying it.
I'm not saying he's not a crappy GM or that he doesn't make outlandish decisions or that you can't question anything.
No, you said you
can't
as a
question
fan,
it. He's a great owner because his bottom line is winning. No matter what.
Get your damn pom-pom before you poke me in the eye.
I don't understand what you're saying.
This is also what you fall back on.
I'm not even a Cowboy fan. I don't have a pom-pom. But I wish my owner was half as passionate as Jerry Jones. What are you, walking out?
Shut up!
Oh, shut up! See, this is your problem. You don't like Mark Cuban because he wants to talk as much as you do. Now you're yelling at me to shut up because I'm trying to have a sports argument with you and I don't agree with you. And you can't hang up on me. This is the Dale Big Ego coming out.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Shut up! Well, shut up! It's just like right afterwards.
Yeah.
It feels like that was part of a scripted drama.
Well, shut up!
Shut up!
Oh, the anger. I love
Are you walking out?
I love seeing Dale on there, too. And just hearing his voice, because I'll just do the wobbity, wobbity, wobbity. I'll just start doing fake Dale.
I like tag team partner Bob. He's like, oh, this is what you always fall back on. See?
Bob's just kind of in the corner.
Right. Oh, good stuff. All
awesome.
Right, let's go to P1 David from Wichita Falls. He goes, dearest of sweets, my wife and I stayed at a really nice hotel this weekend for a special getaway trip.
Nice.
I asked her what she wanted to do for breakfast in the morning, and she says, doesn't the hotel have a free breakfast? I explained to her that fancier hotels don't have free continental breakfast. My exact quote was, the cheap hotels and the really expensive hotels don't have free breakfast. To get the continental breakfast, you've got to find the sweet spot. That joke was only funny to me, but I couldn't help myself. Thank you for all you do to your bodies, David. And I like the continental breakfast whenever I'm at a spot that has it. I will take full advantage.
As a kid, that was the best thing.
Yes.
It's like we get free breakfast, and it's a buffet, and it's anything.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Arkansas, get an Arkansas-shaped waffle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can get waffles. You can get bacon, sausage if there's any left.
Sometimes the only time I eat breakfast.
They have the cereal.
3 thimbles full of Frosted Flakes in that little box. Yeah.
Either the little box, or if they're fancy, they might have the tower that you can
turn the little thing.
Yeah,
and the Fruit
turn
Loops
it and
pop
get
out.
the Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Steal a bunch of yogurts
in the tiny little bowl. Oh,
yeah,
that was
as a kid,
the absolute best.
You're an idiot as a kid. You'll just go for the Fruit Loops or whatever cereal you have because you're
Still
like,
do that.
oh my god, this is amazing. Well, yeah, that tracks.
This is why Ham goes on vacation to get free Fruit Loops.
But if you get the omelet bar, there's nothing better than an omelet bar.
So you've done
that at continental breakfast?
Sometimes it depends. I mean, I don't know if that's like full continental, like
what do they call it?
Definition.
What do they call it? Continental breakfast. Because I think you've seen the Key and Peele skit.
Because we live on continents. I have no idea.
North American. You can
Well,
get
if the lady running it's kind of bitchy, then it's something else.
And then
Or Or a lot of times there's just nobody working there. It's just in the lobby and, okay, here's food. I'm just going to eat whatever I want. Nobody's cleaning up. Nobody's checking in. You can just walk into the motel lobby.
It's like Lord of the Flies.
Absolute best.
It's called a continental breakfast. The name originated in 19th century England to describe the lighter, simpler breakfast foods common on the continent of mainland Europe.
Okay.
Learn something new every day. They could just call it a European breakfast.
And I had it during COVID when, like in 2020.
You had a continental breakfast?
During COVID, so they would not put everything out. You had to go to like a room and just tell the lady what you wanted.
That sounds pretty beaten.
And she would make a plate for you and then bring it to you and you could take it back to your room. And this lady, I told her I just wanted eggs and sausage. And she brought me back a plate covered with eggs.
Okay.
There was not, you couldn't see a single speck on the plate.
You're talking
it was all eggs.
Scrambled or?
Just scrambled, powdered near eggs. And then another plate with 3,000 sausage links on it.
Sounds like you had yourself a good day.
She thought I was training with Michael Phelps for the Olympics.
What about
she gave me so much food.
No, I'm not The Rock. I don't need all of this.
Sounds pretty kick-ass, though.
It does.
I would take that. All right, finally, let's go to P1 from Philadelphia, known as Bill, or William, or Willie. He says, "Greetings, Sweet Spot. I'm almost surprised this hasn't found its way onto Rent-Free yet, but maybe I'm the only punk rock dinosaur who's a Sweet Spot P1. There's a classic Bad Religion song from 1981 called Do What You Want, the definitive version of which, to me, is a live recording that appears on the 1995 compilation album called All Ages. And this, of course, is just a snippet from that song. It's only like a minute, and it's a quick punk song, and I had to do some editing here, but this is how it goes. And you've probably heard this guitar riff before.
Yeah. But don't do it like me. I don't anticipation, breed apathy. I sit on my ass all goddamn day. I'm misanthropic and void with nothing to say. What you must do all you can. Break all the rules and go to hell with Superman and die like a champion. Yeah, hey.
So he says, every time I hear the drop of McLaren's inane on-air tantrum from earlier this year, the tiny jukebox in my head cues this right up. It does need to be edited, so I went ahead and did that. So thank you, P1 Bill from Philadelphia.
Okay, I like that. I'm trying to place that song. It's been in something. It wasn't a Tony Hawk, right? I don't think it was in Tony Hawk. Maybe. What was the BMX game?
It does sound
that
like
time? It does sound very Tony Hawk, but I don't think it was in there. But yeah, I've heard it somewhere before.
And of course, we had one fight from yesteryear with Dan and Dale, and this was more recently with McLaren and his producer Travis, and
it got hot.
Tension.
Usually there are no words. A dog will walk up and go to town. That's it. That's all they have to do. Man, aren't you lucky that we as humans don't do that?
Yeah, we don't just.
I don't know. That'd be kind of awesome if we did.
No,
where you didn't have to go through all
that
the process of that.
Highly illegal.
Lucky.
That's not awesome.
Not lucky.
Yes, it is. If that was the way it worked, it would not be highly illegal. You're thinking of how it is now.
But
I'm talking about if that's the way that it worked.
But it's weird if you're just walking down the street.
Yeah, we're
highly and then you
evolved
see someone and you just sniff an attack.
That's not cool.
Well, it's not cool because it's not a part of the kingdom,
right?
You're not,
so
you're,
is it? So every other animal species can do it.
Okay, well then you go in the ocean and let a
about.
dolphin have its way with you and be like, "This is really cool. It's natural."
Yes.
It's
If I was a dolphin,
this is the dumbest fight. Don't like it either.
Okay. Now you're just being ridiculous.
So you for the sake of ridiculous.
Well, you are for the sake of being ridiculous for no reason.
Yeah, standing up and saying that rape.
So never mind, Travis. Since you don't get it, then obviously we're wrong.
So, hang on.
Okay,
hang on.
Is that not the usual?
So do you think female dogs are really?
Oh, he turned his mic off. He's
do what you want.
Okay. How about I turn my mic off and you guys can do your show? What happened?
That's everyone.
Why is he so mad at me?
Sniff and repeat. It's 10:48. That's the news. We'll come back. We'll talk a little.
Man, I haven't heard the context in a while, and that was a day. I'm glad we got a good drop out of it, and everybody's cool now.
There's a lot in there.
But my God, is that the dumbest fight we've had at the station?
It's up there.
It's over animals having sex. Like, we've played 2 great fights in this segment. One was about Jerry Jones and very good sports argument, and one was about just dumb animal stuff. And they were mad.
But it's all part of the tapestry that is the ticket.
Once again, the ticket presents Why Today Doesn't Suck. And now, here are your hosts, Sean Bass and David Mino.
I didn't.
Thank you, Justin. Sweet Spot, thanks to Shahan Jayaraja for joining us today for the campus visit. Good dude. And at 3 o'clock, Hammy Sagar.
Thank you, Mino. E.T.'s Market and Bakery and GimmeTheVin.com brings you the Sultan of Schwing Monto.
Thank you very much, Ham.
Schwing.
And we say hello to the Hardline and their fun nicknames, Bob, Corby, Dave.
Bob. Corby.
Dave.
Hello.
Hey,
thank you for your Ranger service last night.
Yeah.
Much appreciated again.
7.
And thanks for the Diamond Talk.
You know what? We're here to serve Bob. Stop it.
Just trying to put my mic in position.
Such a jerk.
Did you notice I fixed this one, Corby?
That was you?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
A couple screwdrivers.
Dude.
He's a man.
I was so tired of that thing just getting all droopy.
I know.
Like right by my mouth.
Yeah. Your mic had ED.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had to give it
Let
some
me help
Blue
you out
Chew.
here, bud. I got some help for you.
But think of all the
Rub some
great
Blue Chew on it.
Think of all the great things that have come from Sweet Night. And part of the tributary of great success is the multiple Diamond Talk calls where we've just had fun after wins.
It was really funny going into that segment. EA's like, "Hey, we got Corby and Dave and Wells and Dave's family, Marissa," and he's like naming all of these people. I'm like, okay, they're on the same phone, or we have call, and I'm sitting here, so I can't see the phone
have it
bank.
on speaker.
And so
I was like, okay, let's go to the phones.
And Mino goes, yeah, I think we got Corby and Dave and
maybe Bob is
other people are going, no, EA, no, you got everything wrong.
Little Wellsy.
Very progressive to go ahead and get him a phone.
Creighton.
But he did say when he was asking me, and Dave and I were laughing about it in the car because Dave could hear it, and I was repeating it when he put me on hold, that he was like, or who's in the car?
And that's what he just...
Well, what does it matter?
Put Wells on.
It was funny, because I was laughing. He's like, yeah, we got Wells. I'm like, okay, we're going to put an infant. Pass Wells the phone. I want to get his thoughts on Bryce Terrain.
He's got some thoughts about Sean Armstrong that he's got to get off
and
his chest.
And then he tells Corby, okay, you're going to be on in 3.5 minutes. And then he hangs up on Corby.
It was a wild ride.
He just hung up on me.
Y'all know that if this gets back to his brother, he's going to withhold EA's allowance.
I know.
Yeah. The brother gets all the cool toys.
Yeah, let's dump all of that, Ham. Just to help old EA out.
Today is Wednesday, September 10th, the 253rd day of 2025. 112 days are left in the year.
3.
It's National TV Dinner Day. So go fire up a Nighthawk tonight. Celebrate.
Salisbury steak.
I need my kids to eat a TV dinner.
They never had a kid cuisine?
Like a old school one, though, where you peel...
foil?
Well, yeah, you start to peel the foil off or the plastic, and your wrist burns from the heat that's emanating from it.
But the food is still cold.
And there's some mesothelioma.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
The middle is still cold. Like, how does this work?
Right. God, it was great.
Do we have a special guest, Ham?
Wells?
Is he worth talking to? Let's go to a special guest here. Caller, identify yourself.
This is EA.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the lies that are being passed around here.
Go on.
Okay, first off, Mino asked me to make sure who was in the car with him. So that's why I asked.
Okay.
Mino.
Okay.
And then, when I asked you, I go, who's in the car? You told me who's in the car. So I relate that back to Mino. That was it. I didn't care if Davey or anybody else was on the phone.
EA, you did great work last
So
night.
Mino's the jerk.
Yeah,
Mino.
Yeah, Mino's coming out here trying to make me sound like I'm some.
No. I did like how you hung up on me twice, though.
There was phone troubles. I did not mean to do that.
And then you go, or you'll be on the air in 7.5 minutes. I'm like, why don't you just call me
3.5,
back?
And I said,
gotta double up.
I said, do you want to hold, or you want me to call you back? That's it. I was just trying to make sure.
Hey, EA.
That's what a good producer does.
You're right.
Oh.
He's right. He's right.
EA.
Yeah.
How long was Bochy last night?
9.5 minutes.
Yeah. We got it down, though.
Yeah.
You did
By the
good
way,
work.
That was on Creighton because that.
It's on.
It was not my shift anymore. I was just chilling there.
I agree.
Creighton.
You can never trust Creighton.
Listen, EA.
Yeah. So let's get the facts straight next time.
Yeah. EA, you're awesome. You're a credit to the entire industry.
Oh, sorry.
Have a great day.
You blew him up.
There you go.
Thank you, fell asleep.
Thanks for the call.
Gosh. He emerged from the wank dungeon for that. Well, thank you, EA.
The elaborate pulleys.
He saw a flash on his
Yeah,
goon
his
spoon.
Rube Goldberg fleshlight he has set
his
up.
goon tomb. Thank you. We haven't said that word today.
He has to get his familiar Guillermo to let him out.
Guillermo.
The goon
Raise
tomb.
me from my goon tomb.
Bet form.
Fun times. On this date, 1945, Mike the Headless Chicken is decapitated in Colorado, but survives another 18 months before choking to death. These are those noises.
Headless chicken.
In 1953, Swanson sells its first TV dinner.
Oh, okay.
A turkey meal with
Greatest.
cornbread dressing, peas, and sweet potatoes.
What a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
On TV dinner day.
They're like, well, we already have the day.
Wow.
So we might as well put it out there. In 1955, Gunsmoke premiered on CBS. Still airing, according to my dad. At least I see him watching it.
That's the show my dad was watching in the waiting room during the delivery of his oldest child.
Courage. You?
No.
Oh.
Sister.
Sister.
Was he also
weird.
smoking?
No, he's
old
just
man.
super into Gunsmoke, and I guess they didn't have DVRs back then.
Got greatness coming out. Come look.
What does she cover on Sister Stack?
So she has a competing site called Sister Stack?
Obviously.
Isn't that what Whoopi Goldberg was in?
I feel really
Sister
cheap
Act.
that I was watching Dazed and Confused
That
when
is-
my kid was born.
That is so
Hell
cheap,
yeah.
Justin.
I've never heard anything more on brand in my life.
Sister Act humor.
I wanted her to relax, while she's having the kid and watch something funny.
This part's hilarious.
Pink's about to crumple up the form.
Oh, he's never going to cave to the man.
No, he's not going to play anymore.
You see that, honey?
Even though he can throw for 9,000 yards.
Now breathe.
1984, we had the first episode of the TV game
Don't have
show
him
Jeopardy.
yet. Slater's getting ready to roll one.
Up, he's all out of beer.
Push him back in.
Suck it in.
Put a cork
Suck
in there.
him back in. I don't have time for this kid thing.
1990, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air debuted on NBC.
Greatness.
It is greatness. In 1993, The X-Files, starring David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson, debuted on Fox. In the year 2000...
That's the future guest of the Hardline, David Duchovny.
What about this one? Indiana fires basketball coach Bob Knight.
Oh, no way.
After an altercation with a student.
An altercation?
So it didn't end well because he was a nice guy? Okay.
Shoot you by in the head recently, or what's going on, man?
Whoa.
$500,000 account gone. In the year 2006, Peyton Manning and Eli Manning become the first NFL game to feature two brothers starting at quarterback.
Brother.
Brother.
Like
God, brother.
actual brothers.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the year 2008, the Large Hadron Collider at the European Organization for Nuclear Research was powered up for the first time. I remember they were worried it was going to cause a black hole. Like there was like a 1% chance. But worth it, apparently. Yeah. Charlie Waters is 77.
Oh, wow. The great.
Charlie, we love you, man.
Is that who they gave it to?
Happiest of
Jerry?
birthdays.
Sorry?
Or was that a different Waters?
What was the question?
That was Ricky?
Oh.
Ricky!
Give it to Waters, throw it to Rathman.
Randy
Ricky,
Johnson,
you need to take it.
62. Now photographer. Just your everyday 6'10" NFL photographer, Randy
big
Johnson. Joe Nieuwendyk is 59.
The great Joe Nieuwendyk. Introduced Bob to sushi.
Oh.
That's right. Without him, there's a good chance I would have never heard of it.
Get out of here.
Oh, you would have.
There we go.
You would have heard of it.
No.
That's a double
Smash
smash.
You don't think you
burger.
ever
That's a
would have
double
eaten
turkey right
sushi
there.
if it not for Joe Nieuwendyk?
It's a burger casserole.
That's right.
No, I'm certainly getting a little carried away there.
Joe
I
Nieuwendyk
probably
introduced
was looking for an opportunity, and a Conn Smythe winner said, you know what? Let's close this deal right here.
Yeah.
Right here in Brainerd.
How far did it go? 420.
That's right.
Ben Wallace, 51.
Get our brooms out.
Boy, in his day, that was one bad MFer.
Will the Brewers ever recover from their trip to Arlington?
They'll probably win out. They're
Joey
good.
Votto, 42.
They might lose out.
Paul Goldschmidt, 38.
Paulie.
Vinny Pasquantino, 28.
Oh, Pasquatch.
The Pasquatch.
Vinny Pasquantino.
Bill O'Reilly is 76. Do it live.
That is the what was the entertainment show he did?
The Current Affair?
Current Affair.
Central
Turning
Division.
75 today, Joe Perry.
Aerosmith.
Chris Columbus is 67.
Not even close, Ham.
The movie director.
He did Home Alone, didn't he?
And The Goonies. And Mrs. Doubtfire.
He did The Goonies?
Damn hell.
Man.
Greatness.
Colin Firth, 65.
Goonies.
Maybe we'll pivot. Turning 61 today, Raymond Cruz. You know him as Tuco.
Boy, he was in the news yesterday.
Yeah.
Tight. He was.
He was spraying some ladies with a garden hose.
And that's suddenly a crime.
Right.
What kind of country is this?
Ridiculous.
Drummer Robin Goodrich of Bush is 60.
Heck yeah.
Where's line 4 guy? He usually talks about the tour that
baked out of his
Bush
mind.
is on.
Yeah, we got to boot him for EA.
Yeah, one or the other. Guy Ritchie is 57.
Greatness. The
What movie did he
Gentleman
direct?
Part 2 coming out soon.
Lock, stock.
Snatch.
Ryan Philippe, 51.
Who's
hot?
He married to Reese Witherspoon?
Rikishi?
Florida quarterback?
Right?
Don't remember.
Matt
Yeah,
Rife
Ryan
is
Felipe
30.
and Reese Witherspoon.
He's the douchey-looking young comedian. Owns the Annabelle doll. And Shaq West, 27. Minor.
Oh!
Hey, a couple of guys who didn't bother to learn the words.
No, we know the words.
I don't know if
We
the
just,
words can be fully shared.
Even though they sing it at college football
Come
games. We're not in the SEC.
We're having fun. Born on this day, now dead.
Yeah.
Rin Tin Tin.
Rough.
Roger Maris.
Planet Maris.
Philip Baker Hall, the actor. Always an old man, even when he was young. And Arnold Palmer, born on this day, now dead.
It's a tasty drink.
Dead on this day, still dead. Richard Keel.
Jaws.
And Happy Gilmore's boss.
True.
And down this day, still dead. If you're wondering where line 4 guy is, it's probably celebrating on this date in 2006, Ta'uafa Ahahu Tupo IV the king of Tonga, died. So he had to
Where's
go
Ma'u
to the
Tanavasa?
memorial.
Man, we may have to hear the Tongan minute in the cold open today.
Well, let's get to it. That's why today doesn't suck.
Good job, Monto.
Bye, Justin.
Bye, EA.
Shut it down! Let's go!
Bye, Wells.
Broadcasting live from the TX2 Energy.
Patreon.com/SportsGreek.
EATH. What does that spell? Death, 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 death.
Well, it is Trifecta time here on a Wednesday where we recognize those who have recently passed by taking a moment to consider how much they matter and whether they have the credentials to gain a room in a 3-bedroom apartment in the sky. Where are we presently, Mr. Deej?
We have a chance to close out room 508 today, currently occupied by Lonnie Anderson and Danielle Spencer.
Danielle Spencer.
That is D from What's Happening.
Ah, yes. I knew that.
Yes.
Okay.
So Donovan Lewis joins us now, our 7th Supreme Court Justice.
Hi, Donnie.
Hello, Hardline.
Hi, Donnie.
Today we try to induct a Dallas Cowboy legend, the great Leroy Jordan, who passed away last week at the age of 84?
Where's Eli Jordan?
Not Eli Jordan. Leroy. Yeah, 84 years old. He played his entire 14-year pro career with your Dallas Cowboys. He was an all-pro linebacker. He was in 5 Pro Bowls, 3 Super Bowls, of course, winning one in 1972. And he was, by all accounts, the dude. Meaning, you didn't mess with him. You didn't mouth off to him. You, as Drew Pearson said, you walked up, you shook his hand, and you hoped to God he didn't kill you. He was meaner than sin out on the football field, not off the field. They say he was undersized at 6'1", 215. That seems about right, though, for the 60s and early 70s. Maybe got up to 225 or something like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Also had the nickname Killer.
Yeah.
Which,
Fi.
So Chuck Howley was listed at about 230, and Dave Edwards 225. So Leroy Jordan, the third in the Doomsday linebacker crew, was 215, you say?
215, yeah.
Wow.
Grew up in rural Alabama. Rural. And was a Paul Bear Bryant pet project. The Bear loved him at Alabama. As he says, I've never had another one like Leroy Jordan. He would have made every tackle on every play if they had stayed in bounds. And he had that face, too, like... He almost looks like John Cena. Like he's got this chiseled head that screams middle linebacker or maybe pro wrestler. Like
and jorts.
Yeah, like he just looks so incredibly imposing.
Waving his hand in front of his face before every play.
And I know Donovan, I mean, he came up here a couple of times and did interviews with us. I know he was on with you and Norm.
Maybe.
Oh, he was.
I don't remember if he was.
He definitely was. But yeah, goes to the University of Alabama, and we heard that he was going to go to Auburn, but they weren't too keen on him being married, like right out of school. He grew up in a town of 300 people, and I think he got married at a really young age, and even though that was probably not too uncommon for kids to show up on campus married, Auburn didn't want to deal with it, and so he went to Alabama.
They should have gone to BYU.
Don't know if that would have fit his belief systems, but yeah, it says from when he played for the Crimson Tide, they lost twice. That's it, in 3 years. They won both the Sugar Bowl and the Orange Bowl. And during the entire 1961 season, in which he was the anchor of the defense, they allowed 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
Damn. Different time, but still, even back then, that's incredibly impressive. First round draft pick of the Cowboys in 1963. There's an awesome photo of him out there with Tom Landry, hatless, and Tex Schramm and him holding the contract up that he's getting ready to sign.
Did he have the same outfit Emmitt Smith had on his draft day?
No.
It was the reverse. It was yellow with dark polka dots.
Could you imagine?
Drew Pearson says that when he showed up there that Leroy Jordan would start fights with players that he thought were sloughing off. He says, even today when I see him, it sometimes sends chills down my spine.
He had the ultimate mean defense face mask where it was just the four quadrants.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the bar down the middle and the bar across the middle. And it seemed like it barely did any good whatsoever, but he didn't care.
No, he didn't care. And you know, this is definitely one of those guys that we're too young to have seen play live. But to hear my dad and my uncles talk about Leroy Jordan and what an animal he was out there on the field, it feels like Dick Butkus in stature almost, but he didn't really get the hype of Butkus.
Well, I mean, he was just part of so many names from those Cowboys teams that it does feel like his story isn't told often enough, but to dig back into the details, he's everywhere. And he's right there front and center in those Super Bowls and in all of those wars in the late 60s and early 70s, like front and center. And some of his pictures are so iconic.
Yeah, they are. He exudes what I think the Dallas Cowboys were back then, you know? Especially like in the pre-Don Meredith type days, you know, as they were building the team. And it was probably just him and Bob Lilly that hung around there for 8 or 9 years before they got really good.
Look at this great picture of him tackling Leroy Kelly of the Browns in the 69 playoffs in the mud. I think that's at Fair Park.
That's awesome, dude.
Isn't that awesome?
So he was born in a town in Alabama called Excel. Again, 300 people. His parents, Walter and Cleo Jordan, how stereotypical is this for the time, ran a farm with livestock and a variety of crops. They had no electricity until Leroy was in middle school. He rode to and from school on a horse. Dude.
Are you
That sounds like a story some grandparents would tell you that's not true.
I know. And again, my dad's a little younger than my dad. I mean, this is one generation removed from me that this guy is riding to school on a horse. But he always said that a football game was always like a day off because he was so used to picking crops as a kid, and he hated it so much. Married young, and after he retired, his legendary career, he stuck around here. He ran a lumber supply company and was here till the very end.
Like his middle name is Roy. Isn't first name Lee, middle name Roy? They just called him that both together.
That's right. And I mentioned in this picture, what?
That's not his name, Leroy?
No, it's Lee.
I think his first name is Lee.
Okay, because now I feel like an idiot. So when he would make a tackle, they would say, "Great tackle, Lee," not Leroy?
No, I think he was always called Leroy, wasn't he? Just like Billy Bob.
Okay.
It's not all one name.
Not like right. Leroy Selman. He was Leroy.
Right, and Leroy Kelly, who he's tackling in this picture, is one name.
Yeah, but
5 letters.
Roy.
One name.
Yeah. We have a Leroy tackling a Leroy, but Leroy doing the tackling is 2 names, and Leroy holding the ball is 1 name.
He also had, like, these...
And there's 2 briskets and a cow.
Did he ever show up at any of those Alabama things you went to, Dave?
I don't think so.
He had, like, his hands were vice grips. Like, huge, country-strong hands that you would expect. Everything about him was middle linebacker. Everything about him was Alabama. Everything about him was Dallas Cowboys football.
You need to see the picture, Donovan, I just posted, and then tell me football should be inside in a dome. It's your worst take. It's the worst
biggest
take you
games,
have.
yes. No, it's an awesome take.
We need mud and grass stains.
And by the way, I think I need to tweet this picture out because I know a lot of people don't remember our board op Cray Tray. But in the photo here...
Did he play for the Doomsday defense?
He didn't, but tell me that Tex Schramm doesn't look like Cray Tray.
Yeah. Young Tex Schramm is definitely Cray Tray.
Is that? I've never thought of that. I've never put those two together. Oh, that's not Tex Schramm. That's Gil Brandt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Gil Brandt. I'm sorry. Yeah. That makes way more sense.
Way more
Either
sense.
way, though.
Pretty young.
Unfortunately, never elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but was Jerry's first inductee to the Ring of Honor.
Was he Jerry's first? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
in 89.
College Football Hall of Fame, not Pro Football Hall of Fame, but yes, Ring of Honor.
So how many Ring of Honor guys do we have? Is it like up to 15, 18, something like that at this point? I mean, think about the history of Dallas Cowboys football, and there's still probably under 20 guys in that ring, and Leroy Jordan is one of them. He's a badass. He's just scary.
So are we voting yes then based on that?
Lando, we'll let you vote first.
He's in.
We have 24 people in the Ring of Honor, 20 players, 2 execs, 2 head coaches.
Okay, so yeah, 20 guys out of the thousands that have played. He's one of them. DJ?
Yep.
Hamster?
Yep.
Well, I believe that
Johnny,
the heads of state will all say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unanimous.
Andy gets he's in with Lonnie Anderson.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
His wife is going to be so upset by this news.
He's going to test his marriage in the afterlife.
God.
So you think he'll be okay with Danielle Spencer? What if he goes that way?
For some reason, I always think of her as being Dee's age, and so it makes me uncomfortable.
She was like 60 when she passed, so.
I know.
I thought everyone was Jesus' age at Trifecta Lakes.
That's right. They're 33.
Okay.
They're 33 years old.
Yeah, so he has his pick.
Man.
You think she looks at the list and sees Leroy and she thinks it's going to be a brother and he walks in?
Yes, she's all excited. She's got roses waiting on him.
And then she's like, oh, it's 2 names, not one name.
I think you have
Dang
the wrong
it.
room, sir. I'm looking for Leroy.
All right, well, good job.
Yeah, good job. All right, Donnie, thank you very much.
All right, boys.
Here's Dave.
Thank you. Well, this is not E-News per se, but it is the shocking news of the day, as Charlie Kirk, a conservative pundit, has died at the age of 31 after he was shot during a college event in Utah. His death was confirmed by a spokesperson from his tour. He was on a American comeback tour on college campuses, and it was confirmed to the New York Times. So it happened just after 12:10 p.m., and he was speaking at Utah Valley University on campus in a kind of an open air, I guess.
Like a courtyard almost?
Yeah, like a courtyard between buildings, and there was a massive crowd there.
Were there big buildings?
It's
the shooter was in a building.
We don't know. Utah Valley University is not a huge university.
No.
It wasn't like they were extremely tall buildings, maybe 3-4 story buildings, but he was shot in the neck. He was rushed to the hospital and then confirmed dead a short time later. Initially, there was a suspect that was put in handcuffs, but later released. So they're continuing to look for a shooter. They haven't found a weapon, but the FBI and local law enforcement is investigating. And Charlie Kirk leaves behind a wife and 2 kids. So shocking story that is no doubt going to lead the headlines in all of the newscasts that you consume for the rest of the day and probably the rest of the week.
Yep.
Goodness.
Yeah, crazy.
Brutal.
Another death, not as shocking because she was 88, but we have lost Polly Holliday. Does that name ring a bell?
Oh, my God. Flo
Yes.
from Alice?
Flo from Alice. Kiss My Grits.
Wow.
She was born in Alabama, and so we learned this.
We just lost Linda Lavin.
Yeah, we learned this when we talked about Linda Lavin, that so in 1974, there was a movie called Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, directed by Martin Scorsese, and Linda Lavin played Alice in that, but then the Flo character, or I guess a version of the character, was played by Diane Ladd in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But then when CBS turned it into a sitcom, because the movie was like kind of a dramedy, right?
Yeah, it was kind of a buzzkill.
Yeah, and so when CBS ordered it as a sitcom, they got Polly Holliday to play Flo with like a really obnoxious red wig, and she was your typical gum-smacking, sassy diner waitress.
Yeah.
And her catchphrase was "Kiss my grits," and she got so popular that she got her own spin-off.
Was it called Flo?
Yeah, it was called Flo, and that started in 1980, but was canceled after 2 seasons, and then Alice continued to run through 1985.
Did she go back to Alice? Because I think they had fake Flows, and I remember.
Yeah,
as a kid.
I think she was maybe in a flashback episode or something. There was rumors that Linda Lavin and Polly Holliday had like a falling out.
Yeah,
but I think that was overblown. Polly Holliday was like, Linda Lavin doesn't care about me. Linda Lavin's a pro. But yeah, sad day for
I feel like
fans
at
of Alice, if there are still any out there.
Me?
I feel like at the peak of her powers, she was a pretty big deal.
Yes.
Don't know if she monetized.
I mean, like her "Kiss My Grits" and
how many T-shirts was that on
dude,
back in the day?
I mean, from that to what you talking about, Willis, to Dynamite, the catchphrases of sitcom characters back then, they resonated with us idiots that were watching.
Yeah,
them.
those were our memes.
Yeah.
That's what we had back then.
We were so sad.
I don't know if you've heard this, Ham.
We weren't sad.
We had nothing.
We loved it.
Yeah, we had nothing and we loved it.
Yes, it was great.
No, we're not voting.
James Gunn was on Howard Stern today. Did you hear this? Okay,
he didn't look happy.
You're not happy?
Okay, he just didn't look happy.
What are the trades saying?
Okay, so James Gunn, he confirmed that they're going to start shooting Superman Man of Tomorrow, the sequel, in April of next year. So, and he also gave a little bit of, I guess, a clue as to what the storyline is going to be. So he said it's a story about Lex Luthor and Superman having to work together to a certain degree against a much bigger threat.
Uh-huh.
It's more complicated than that, but that's a big part of it. It's much of a Lex movie as it is a Superman movie. I loved working with Nicholas Hoult. I relate to the character of Lex, sadly. I really wanted to create something extraordinary with the two of them. I love the script so much.
Will they have a Gene Hackman flashback as the original Lex Luthor?
No.
I'm just asking.
No, that would ruin continuity.
You don't have to get mad, Dave.
So, as previously reported...
He's mad at a bad joke.
July 9th, July 9th, 2027 is when the Superman sequel will be out.
I can't hear anything like Superman, Man of Tomorrow, without thinking of Man of Steel and the Colin Jost and Michael Che joke swap that they had at the end of that one year. And Michael Che gave Colin Jost the joke of, it looks like that Warner Brothers may be casting an African-American to play Superman. He's going to be called the Man of Steel, spelled Steal.
Whoa.
Right, that's the point.
And that was written for him by Michael Che, because Michael Che likes to make Colin Jost say racist things.
Right.
Whereas Corby just likes to say
he didn't
racist
make
things.
Corby say it. Corby
just quoting the quote.
Was excited to say it.
Just quoting the quote. We had the story yesterday about the singer David. D4VD is this stylized showbiz name.
They found the body?
Yeah, so there was the story yesterday that there was a body found in a Tesla that was registered to him. So we have a few more details. No, not the band Tesla.
Not the 5-man acoustical jam Tesla.
No, the vehicle. And so David is reportedly fully cooperating with authorities into their investigation. Turns out that it was a decomposed female body.
Whoa.
So LAPD were called to it was called Hollywood Tow Yard is the name of the place. They were called there Monday afternoon to look into an odor emanating from the car, which had been in the tow yard for a few days. And the vehicle was impounded last week after it was abandoned in the Hollywood Hills, and neighbors complained that it was stinky. So neighbors who are walking their dogs are going crazy like canine corpse dogs next to this Tesla. And so they impound it. Then they check it out. The police check it out, and they find a bag with a female body, dismembered body inside in the front trunk of the Tesla, because it's an electric car, so it has two trunks.
Right.
So it was in the front trunk. And there's no immediate information about the identity of the person, but the car was registered in Hempstead, Texas to the singer-songwriter David. David Anthony Burke is his actual given name.
Okay.
And
all right.
So he is assisting with the investigation, but he's already been dropped from a joint campaign between Crocs and Hollister. They were featuring him in one of their ads, and they pulled that ad. They're like,
Not those Crocs.
Let's wait till we see what happens with the body.
Yeah, we don't know if he dismembered this girl, but we don't need him to sell our Hollister Crocs.
No.
An early aughts icon that's returning. Anybody in the capsule a P1 of Lizzie McGuire?
No.
No?
Singer?
Do you remember the show Lizzie McGuire?
Oh, TV Hillary show.
Duff. Yes. So Hillary Duff yesterday announced that
he
she
snapped
is
into that one, didn't he?
Seriously.
She is
Never seen
returning.
him move so fast.
She is returning to music. So she is going to have a new album and return to the stage for the first time in 10 years. And she also has partnered with director Sam Wrench, who did the Taylor Swift Eras film, for a new docuseries. And so she's 37, and this is supposed to be a bold new creative chapter in her career. So after she did Lizzie McGuire, she was on a TV show called Younger. She was also in How I Met Your Father, the spinoff of How I Met Your Mother. But the last time she put out a record was in 2015.
Is she still all hot
She's
and
hot.
stuff?
She's still hot. Like, she hasn't gone the way of who's the other girl that got all fat?
Amanda Bynes.
Debbie
Amanda
Gibson?
Bynes, yeah. And got like face tats and has drawn on eyebrows.
I thought she died.
No.
Still alive.
Who
Still
died?
alive.
Somebody died that was like in that same boat. That was a hero of y'all's. Had big eyes and
The Buffy actress?
yeah, her.
I don't remember her name.
DJ, send the widow a ham.
Do it, DJ.
Do it. Now.
Are you talking about Brittany Murphy?
Yes, Brittany Murphy.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
And lastly, The Bachelorette has announced their new contestant.
Do we know her?
You don't know her.
Why do you say that?
But Ham's wife might.
You could never know her.
Oh, is
Corby.
this from...
it's from the Bravoverse.
Is this from North
So
Carolina
usually-
Hayride or whatever she watches?
Usually The Bachelorette is a past Bachelor contestant. Like a girl that gets rejected at the very end, then she gets the Bachelorette show because people fall in love with her. Well, season 22 of The Bachelorette will be led by Taylor Frankie Paul, she of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh, God.
She also is big on TikTok. So she's 31, and she is a single mother of 3. So
Well,
do you
who
think,
wants that?
Do you think the bachelors, when they get out of the limo, they're like, oh, she's hot. And then she's like, by the way, here's my 3 kids. And they're like, I'm going to get back in the limo.
Really? It's you?
So she announced this on the Alex Cooper Call Her Daddy podcast. And she says she's scared to date after being in the public eye on this Secret Lives of Mormon Wives show.
Oh, whatever. You signed up for it. Now you're on the biggest dating show there is. I don't want to hear any it's so scary.
But
what am
she-
I even doing
well,
here?
she
You
said-
freaking signed up for it.
She said when she got the offer, she
Jeez,
wasn't
Corby.
sure how she could do it because she says, I have 2 baby daddies, not 1. So
What?
she has 3 kids
You gotta
from
deal with-
2 dudes.
Oh, my God.
And she's only 31.
Ah,
I mean, she's got some nice up tops.
yes, that she paid for it.
Or somebody paid for.
Yeah, one of the husbands.
So
Or
the
dads.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives returns for season 3 on November 13th. The new season of The Bachelorette will be in 2026. And in between, we have season 2
The
of
Golden.
The Golden Bachelor this
Have you
fall.
guys been seeing the ads for the Golden Bachelor?
Yeah, he's a former NFL player for the Rams.
They make him look like that.
Like
he
he's
was
an all-pro?
Jack Lambert or something like that.
Practice squad?
I don't even know what. Like I think we looked him up.
Which we should point out is better than you.
Yeah, true. It is better.
It
than
is
you.
better than most of you. But I did wake up soups early this morning because I was wildly interested in the Charlie Sheen documentary on Netflix that dropped today.
I woke up early to watch the first day of the Charlie Sheen documentary. I love you.
Thank you.
You're the best.
I don't have any other time to do it, and so I wanted to do it this morning. And
Put on a pot of coffee.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Maybe hit an elliptical for one episode of it, but
hit a rock of crack.
Dude, it is 3 hours of the most wild-ass, no-holds-barred stuff you've ever seen.
3 hours.
And I want people to realize this because I think that what happened 10 years ago or whenever that was with Tiger Blood and AIDS and the tour and all that, it's clouding everyone's judgment of how crazy his life was the 30 years prior to that. Like, it wasn't just the end.
It wasn't just that very public meltdown.
No, it was actually crazier leading up to this. And yet, here we are. This man who has lived 1,000 different lives is still on the planet. And to be quite frankly, after all that he's done to his body, he looks okay for 63 years old or however old he is. He looks pretty good. Sounds good, too. He's been sober now for 7 years, I do believe. But it's a great documentary from the standpoint of the following. His father was Martin Sheen. For those who don't know, Martin Sheen in the 70s was one of the biggest actors out there. He was the star of Apocalypse Now, which was one of the movies, not that Martin, one of the movies of the 70s that, you know, kind of helped define that whole era of film.
Later, President Bartlett.
He was one of our greatest presidents.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, The West Wing was, you know, his coup de grace almost. But he was in a million things. He had multiple kids, Emilio Estevez, Carlos Estevez, which is Charlie's name, and Charlie and Emilio and their older brother and Sean Penn, they all moved to Malibu when they were kids. Well, Malibu wasn't Malibu. So now we think of Malibu as like, ooh, hey. So as they describe it, Malibu was a place that like teachers and plumbers lived. It was on the outskirts of L.A., and it was considered rural farmland almost.
What's this ocean? I don't even...
Dude, this is the weirdest thing, and when you watch this, you'll understand, but they were like, Malibu was nothing.
Nobody wants this oceanfront property?
Looks kind of nice to me, but okay.
And over time, it developed into Malibu, but they ran around. Their parents bought them a Super 8 camera when they were little kids, and they ran around making movies, and these movies are part of the part one of the documentary, where these little Estevez boys are kind of mimicking what their dad is going through in each and every movie.
And their buddy Sean Penn?
And their buddy Sean Penn. He's in it too.
Wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Nicolas Cage, they were all friends when they were young, growing up together. It's really, really this cool historical look back at how these guys kind of made their start. And Emilio Estevez broke out first. Charlie Sheen didn't graduate from from high school. Didn't even get out of high school. He said he had like a 1.5 and just said screw it his senior year and asked his parents, like, can I try acting? Emilio's doing pretty good. And this is like Breakfast Club time and all that, and Emilio's kicking ass. And they're like, yeah, you can try it, but if not, he says, I would graduate from high school, go to film school, and be a director of photography or something like that. So Jennifer Grey gets cast in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She was also friends with Sheen in the Malibu area. She gets the director, John Hughes, to have him try out for the part of that bad boy that's in Ferris Bueller, which he eventually gets.
Waiting in the police office.
That's his first gig.
Really?
First gig. And, well...
Yeah, and I remember him saying that in a very method way, that in order to play that character, he stayed up for like 48 hours beforehand.
He did. Yep, he did. He borrowed his brother's leather jacket and all that good stuff, and that kind of broke him. He was in some slasher movie before that, but nothing big, and that was the first break he got. Well, then he tried out for The Karate Kid, and he got it. He was going to be Ralph Macchio. And then he had committed to some other weird part that he had to fly to the Philippines for, somewhere, I can't remember where. And he asked his dad, he was like, oh my God, I got this karate movie and they need to start shooting right now. And his dad goes, son, you made a commitment. You go honor this commitment. And he's like, Dad, this movie sucks. It's going to be terrible. And they're like, or he goes, this is your commitment. Honor it. And then John Avildsen directed Karate Kid. It was like, sorry, we can't wait. And they cast Ralph Macchio, and the rest is history. But as he said, I'm glad I didn't get it because Ralph Macchio is still the Karate Kid and has really done nothing else, right? And Sheen went on.
Backhanded compliment on Ralph Macchio.
Well, he's kind of right, though. You kind of get typecast as this guy, and he's like, he couldn't break out of it, and I was able to do it. So then he tries out for the lead in Platoon, and he gets the gig. And, I mean, he's in an Oliver Stone movie that wins Best Picture. And during shooting that movie, he agrees to do Wall Street. Like, he was shot out of a cannon. And everything he touched turned to gold. And
got to be Ricky Vaughn.
And then came Ricky Vaughn, yes. He had a string of hits in the 80s that was unparalleled. He was making all this money, and that's when the partying started. And, dude, the partying, this is where this thing gets good. Because the partying, the amount of cocaine that he is doing, that he admits to, and this is not a documentary that hides anything. His drug dealer is a huge part of the documentary. Because he's like, what do I have to hide? I've done everything. Everyone knows my whole story. Let's just get it all out there factually. It is absolutely shocking how much drugs this guy consumed over a 30-year period. And I mean anything and everything. And his first experience with crack, which turned out to be, of all the drugs that he ever did, this is the one that took him straight downhill. Crack, this was his first experience.
So we get back to the condo. She falls asleep on the couch. I let her rest for a couple hours. The next morning, I'm giving her some juice.
Just a random girl.
Snack or whatever. I'm trying to be hospitable. I really like this girl. She says, if you don't mind, I'm starting to jones a little bit, and I kind of need to just get back up on my And I'm like, yeah, I mean, sure, whatever. She pulls out her pipe and loads it up and takes a big hit. And just lays back on the couch like she's inside the best moment of all time. I'm a little curious. I'm a little bit curious. I've done a lot of cocaine up to that point, just not in that form. She says, I don't want to talk you into anything, but if you're curious, I think you might really enjoy this. And I said, I don't know, man. It's like, I got a lot of shit coming up. At that point, she's feeling the sexual charge from her hit. So she's starting to undress, and she's almost completely naked at this point. So she says, well, let me combo this up for you. Let me do something for you while you're doing this. How do I present this with any class? We're past that, yeah. She decides that giving me a while I'm taking my first hit of crack is going to be an experience.
I can only imagine.
They're showing video of him riding a bike as a kid and hitting a home run.
Indescribable. It took me to a place in my brain and in my body and what she was doing, and it all made sense on a level that I was really excited to finally embrace, but in that same breath, in that same experience, deathly afraid of how far this could get away from me. And I was aware of that.
In the moment.
In the moment, yeah. The duality of those two conflicting forces. Sadly, she died. She died, yeah. She OD'd on that.
And what a touching tribute to her, the crack giver.
Yeah, you're not going to believe this. She died.
At that moment...
The girl who introduced Charlie Sheen to crack. This just in, she died of crack.
At that moment, he becomes addicted to crack. He goes through so many different machinations of addict. from 1990 to 2012 or whatever it is.
I mean, it's very self-aware of him to know this is so good. This is a problem for me.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many instances of his family stepping in and interventions left and right and rehab this and rehab that, sober for a year, but crack always wins in the end. The Heidi Fleiss thing, he becomes addicted to, hookers. It's a really sordid tale of crashing out and rising to the top and getting into sitcoms after the movie thing kind of dies out. He fills in for Michael J. Fox in Spin City. That's a hit. He then takes over and does 2.5 Men. He becomes the highest paid actor in television history.
It was such a huge hit at the time.
It was a massive hit. And all the while, he's trying to stay sober. He meets Denise Richards. Then he gets addicted to crack again. Then he beats her up. Then they get divorced. Then he marries someone else. Then they have a crack party in Aspen. He gets arrested there. Dude, it's so insane. And to hear Sean Penn, who's one of his best friends in the world, talk about the amount of drugs that he's actually done. Like, this is a quick synopsis of how they feel about Charlie and his drugs.
Yesterday morning, he was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles. His father, Martin Sheen, was spotted there later that day. TMZ reports Sheen was taken out of his home on a stretcher and loaded into an ambulance.
You're hearing things from TMZ. You don't know what's true. You don't know what kind of shape he's actually in.
He's in detox after a cocaine and alcohol-fueled party a witness says lasted for days.
I've never seen someone so self-destructive. I thought maybe it was almost like a suicide binge.
We were all sure that he had OD'd and that he was probably very near death. And it was terrifying. But he just kept saying, no, I'm in the hospital now, but next week I'll be ready for the show.
Guy eventually shows up and he opens up his bag and he just dumps open, I would say about 5, maybe about this big.
A tennis ball size
of cocaine.
I would party with them for weeks at a time.
This is drug dealer.
Which turned into months. And sometimes my body just wouldn't take it no more. And I would go home and sleep for a week or two. And then when I would go back to party, he was still partying every single night. And I thought to myself, like, damn, this guy's not human.
Charlie Sheen's biology, whether you're talking about that or just surviving the kind of stuff that he has, it's a different chemical reaction. And I think that there is something biologically different about him.
No man can survive what he consumed. Like, I'm not even joking. It's the hardest of hardcore drug addicts are like, oh my God, dude, what? You can do that? And he lived through it and is still alive to tell the story.
It's like him and Keith Richards. Like, they just they're immune.
It's amazing. It's AKA Charlie Sheen on Netflix. It's 2 parts. You will fly through it, especially if you grew up at that time. It is really, really well done. And he's a psycho.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
And here's Dave.
Well, a bizarre story in Old East Dallas as a person was murdered at a motel this morning. This was at the Downtown Suites.
Oh.
On Samuel Boulevard near I-30, right by Tennyson Golf Course.
So like the suite that we were in last night at the Ranger game?
No, those are the field suites. This is a motel called Downtown Suites. I don't think it was quite as nice.
They didn't have like a cool buffet?
Like cookies, though, and cakes and stuff?
No,
those suites?
None of those things. So around 9:30 this morning, police were called and responding to a stabbing at the Downtown Suites apartment. And a witness said that a suspect began stabbing a person with a machete.
Uh-oh.
After an argument began on the motel property.
Uh-oh.
And the victim tried to run away, but fell.
Oh, no.
And the suspect continued stabbing that person. And there are audio of calls to the police that describe the suspect armed with a machete and, quote, cutting someone's head off.
Yes, I saw this earlier today, and the news reporters were down at the Dallas Suites Hotel, which unfortunately did not resemble anything close to what we were at last night.
No.
It's an incredibly rough-looking motel, and that a beheading had taken place, and yeah.
Anytime a machete's involved.
Who's got machetes? Who has them?
Who's just walking around with a machete?
You're definitely going to get everybody's attention, though, if you are.
So the suspect has been taken into custody.
That's
Spokesperson for the DPD says that even though the suspect was armed with a bladed weapon, officers showed tremendous restraint and were able to use minimal force to apprehend him. But, of course, the person who was either fully or partially beheaded died at the scene.
Off.
I don't know if that needed to be added to the story, Dave.
Well,
I'm assuming.
I just wanted to be thorough.
Well, a good newsman always is, but I just kind of figured without his head that he would not be living for long.
Yeah. So, sad story. Happy story for stoners. I don't know how many of you guys are stoners in here.
What's up?
But an executive order was issued today by Governor Greg Abbott that hemp-based THC products such as gummies and drinks infused with the cannabis compound THC will be restricted to adults ages 21 and older while state alcohol regulators study how to regulate the industry.
I thought it was always 21 and older.
No, they were, I guess, 18 and over. It was just they were just in smoke shops and convenience stores.
Okay.
And it was kind of the Wild West. And so they don't know how this is going to roll out, but you remember Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick insisted that all of these needed to be banned.
Yeah.
And the legislature said they passed a law that said they all needed to be banned. But then the governor said in the special session over the summer, no, you guys need to go back and come up with a different solution. Well, they didn't. And so this is his solution. He signed this executive order to regulate the industry, and he wants to have the TABC and state health officials try to come up with a way to regulate, such as testing the products for their THC content, location and packaging restrictions as to where it can be sold and what the warning labels have to be on packages. And so all of these consumables have been legal since 2019 when they legalized hemp farming.
Yep.
But they didn't anticipate how many intoxicating products would then spin out of this. It's turned into like a $1 billion industry just in the state. And so that's why Abbott is like, we can't just pull the plug on it because there are too many people that their livelihoods are depending on this and it's taxable. And so we need to figure out how to regulate it. So they have outlawed THC vapes. So that was effective
Probably
September
a good
1st.
idea. Probably a good idea.
And I imagine they don't say anything about consumable flour, but I imagine that is going to be outlawed as well. That it's just drinks and snacks and gummies that are infused with hemp-based THC.
Yeah.
But still real weed illegal in Texas. But this is a baby step.
A baby step that will not lead to anything, I believe.
Yeah, who knows?
I know.
Who knows?
The where we live today's sports.
Daddy still needs sleepies.
Yeah, well,
Dad,
you can still
need
get
'em.
your sleepies.
Good.
Yeah. No worries there. The Forbes 400. The 400
Go on.
richest people in the United States. So this is their annual list. And so 10 years ago, in order to crack the Forbes 400, you needed to have at least $1.7 billion.
Corby Davidson.
Don't even.
What do you think?
What was that like, Corby?
Shut up.
What do you think to be number 400 on the Forbes 400? How much do you have to have? If it was 1.7 billion 10 years ago, what do you have to have now?
I'll go 1 billion per year. We'll go to 12 billion.
Okay, Bob?
To be 400th?
Yeah.
It can't be that high, right? It's got to be, let's say, 5.
$4, $5, $6, $7.
$5 billion.
$3.8 billion.
Oh, okay.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So
Corby's so dumb.
Yeah, it's true.
He's close to making the list, though, at that number.
Now, 43 of the 400 are from Texas. And 18 of those from DFW. So the richest person in DFW, do you know?
Kelsey Warren.
That was my guess.
No.
I also
on the
take
list,
Kelsey Warren.
but ways down. No, Alice Walton, one of the Walmart
Oh,
heiresses.
I forgot she moved to Fort Worth.
Yeah, so she is number 1 in DFW, number 15 on the overall list with $160 billion. Other North Texans, number 32, Elaine Marshall and family, $30.9 billion. God. Number 35, Lyndall Stevens Greth and family, $27.4 billion.
Lyndall Stevens Greth?
Yes.
All right.
At number 50, Jerry Jones and family, $19.6 billion. Yes, it's something definitely to cackle over. Number 86, Ken Fisher, $13.2 billion. 101, Andrew Beal, $12 billion.
Andy Beal.
Any of your friends yet?
No.
Yeah, let us know when you recognize
when we hit a
somebody.
friend, let us know.
All right.
Number 149, Robert Rowling at $8.8 billion.
Friend or no?
No, I don't know any of these people.
Tied for 192, the aforementioned Kelsey Warren of Clyde Warren Park and all that, $7.5 billion.
Friend or no?
He owns Lajitas, so yes, he's a friend.
Okay. 224. Oh, we have a three-way tie for 224 at 6.5.
No, Norm, not that.
No, two-way.
Not that three-way.
Two-way tie at 6.5 billion. Ray Lee Hunt and H. Ross Perot Jr. They both have 6.5 million or
Okay.
billion. Sorry. 244. Robert Bass, 6.1 billion.
Big Bob Bass.
At 246, Cubes. Mark Cuban at 6 billion. 255, Trevor Reese Jones, 5.9 billion.
The sale was worth it, Mark.
264, Carl Toma, 5.7 billion.
I'm sorry.
264, also at 5.7 billion, Margot Birmingham Perot.
Look at that, Matt.
No relation.
You don't know that. Look her up and see if you can get a buck.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she is your great-grandmother twice removed.
You deserve this money, Ham.
I'll blow through it.
At 308, David Dean Halbert, 4.9 billion. At 389, Sid Bass, one of the Bass brothers, at 3.8 billion. And the last one on the list from DFW at 389, Rangers owner Ray Davis, 3.8 billion.
Death Ray Davis.
That's why our team's struggling so bad right now.
Rangers.
So that's something to shoot for.
Who's going to get some pitching in
I
here?
know. I mean, winning's good, but we're not winning every game, so what's up with that?
Hey, SEC, man.
Yeah, what's up with Ole Miss anyway? Didn't cover the spread.
What is up with Ole Miss?
Can't figure this
That's
out,
a great
man.
question,
I know,
man.
It's weird. Okay, Dave, that's a good community quick.
What?
Good community quick hits.